What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cheap Ass Statue Collector here, and we've got a great panel today. We've got Omar, welcome back, Omar, and Gek Tex, known
Yeah,
as Chris. Uh, how are you guys doing tonight?
good man.
Nice, nice. There's a few things we could talk about, you guys. I don't know what you guys want to get into first.
Um,
Omar, I don't.
I know
What's
what's
up?
first of all, I didn't even realize that you was representing that Marvel shirt. I just want everybody that's watching the show right now to realize that Marvel prevails over DC, talking all that hot shit, wearing the shirt.
Worst fate.
I can't. I can't blame you after like the rumors, but I think they're all fake, right? With
Yeah,
Superman.
I don't know if if Henry Cavill steps down or whatever his name is steps down as Superman, bro. That whole franchise is finished. It's a wrap.
My
I don't get
computer's
why they
froze
don't
on me.
just hire like solid directors. Why you have to like pick out like some random directors, right? Like to do your movies.
Nah, you know what it is, man. DC try to take Marvel's formula, but they put extra salt, they put extra adobo, extra sazon, and they fucked up the whole recipe, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty weak. I don't know. I want to see Shazam. That's about it. I don't
That
really. What's up?
so that actually looks pretty good, and so does Aquaman. That looks pretty
Yeah,
popular.
You know, people think it's the jokes that make Marvel movies so good. I mean, like look at the top two Marvel movies: Iron Man and Winter Soldier, and probably even Infinity War.
Yeah,
Okay,
fact.
other than Infinity War, those two movies they have like almost zero jokes in them. It's not the jokes, it's just you have to tell it from a realistic perspective. You have to make people feel like it could actually happen. The way DC approaches their movies, it's not possible. Like the way they approach it is just like you don't need to do this. You know, like it can be just if they took Lex Luthor and made him the prominent villain instead of having like a CGI mess. I mean, even if you look at the Marvel movies, which ones are the weakest? The ones that are CGI, right? Like the CGI
Yeah.
villain, right? The ones where it's realistic, those are the ones where it's they do well. You know, like the Winter Soldier, um, you know, like the Ironmonger. Uh, I mean Thanos, but he was an exception. He was just done really well. But you know, like for the most part, they're not just big CGI monsters.
You think when you say like they need to do things more realistic, you think that has anything to do with the source material? Because I feel like
You know, like
they do well with Batman just because he's relatable, but even like Captain America, like a normal guy taking a serum to become a super soldier. Then you have Tony Stark just building, this. It's. I feel like it's easier to make that more realistic than it is when you're dealing with like gods and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know.
well, I definitely see your point. If you look at, for example, Superman the animated series, look at how he was done, at the way they addressed Superman himself. There was that episode where he was fighting Darkseid,
Yeah,
and they didn't just go bang bang punch punch like the whole time. Like he was explaining to him, like there was that passage he says where he's like, my whole life I've been trying to hold back just because these humans are like ants. If I make one harsh step, I'm like a lot of people are gonna get hurt. But
right.
and then he talks to Darkseid. He turns to Darkseid. He's like, "But you can handle it, can't you?" And then it just goes, and then he just goes off, and like there's reasoning behind that punching. You know what I mean? It's not just, it's not like uh, just random like just fighting for no reason. You know, like it
yeah,
feels like it gives Superman like kind of personality. Like if you were super strong, how would you actually feel? You know, not what would you do, how heroic you, how would you actually feel?
Yo, there's a scene. I haven't seen the whole movie, but there's a scene that I saw from The Man of Steel where he's like working this day job at a bar, and like
Yeah,
he's friends with this female waitress, and some knucklehead is in there drinking, doesn't know how to act, grabs the girl's ass, and
And then he puts that tree in the truck, right? That's one of the best scenes in that film where
yeah,
they put him into a real life scenario. Like, what is Superman gonna do in a real life scenario? You know?
yeah, I
And,
agree.
You know, yeah, that was a good. I think I actually liked that movie a lot. The first one. I think
and
the other ones from there went downhill, but that one was a good one. I thought.
I think that was a great scene, man. Like when that dude pours the cup of beer on his head, and like you see him kind of clench his teeth. Like, all right, let me walk away because if I don't, I'm gonna end up killing this guy.
because that thing happens in real life, you know? And that how would Superman handle it? He puts a tree in the truck, you
Right.
know? Like that's sick. I think that's so relate. Like even if you put yourself in Superman's perspective, you can feel those emotions. And
Did he
that's
put a Did he put a tree in the truck, or did he put the truck in the tree?
uh, I think like he pulled the like it showed like I don't know, man. I just know like he got at him, you know, and I think that's one of the best scenes.
Well, I think they did a good job with Thor, the first Thor movie. You know what I
Uh,
mean? I was really wondering how they're gonna do the Rainbow Road and everything like that.
yeah.
I think they did a good job, but that actually had a lot of jokes in it. So
To be
It was more character moments. It
yeah,
wasn't like set up jokes, you know. It's not like
yeah.
Marvel movies today. It was just, you know, like when Thor grabs that beer and then he drinks it and then he smashes like more. I want
yeah,
another.
yeah.
That's jokes.
Yeah, it was funny.
Or like a girl, I want a horse, you know, stuff like that. That's like it's jokes, but it's like because of the character, it's just funny. It's not them trying to just set up one liners, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't feel forced too.
Exactly.
Uh, so let me go ahead and share something with you guys real quick.
That's why I don't understand the Guardians of the Galaxy when people say that's a good movie. Like literally every joke is so in your face.
Yeah.
So this is the new face portrait for what's her name? Psylocke. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
And the left is the old one, the right is the new one. I don't like. I don't really care about the character too much. I think some people like the newer one on the right. But Chris, Omar, what do you guys think of it?
So the one on the left, they're completely scrapping that portrait and they're replacing it with the one on the right, and that's gonna come with both the exclusive and the regular edition of that statue. I think the new one is a big improvement. I think the old one had a beastly square jaw, huge forehead. It was just extra masculine. And while I think the new one is still a little bit masculine, like where the eyes are and the brow,
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks more feminine. I think it looks better.
Yo, look at the head. Doesn't it look a little long, like with a neck?
Yeah, a
You,
little bit. It could be the angle though.
yeah, but the neck looks a little long. But I like him. I honestly I never had a problem with the first one, but I definitely think that this is better.
Yeah,
I think people didn't like the jawline on the first one.
I
Like,
don't
is really very. It was very masculine. They changed the hair too. If you look at that, the hair looks different. It's more of like it's thinner,
yeah.
I guess,
And not only,
ponytailish.
I feel like a lot of people's like gripes with the first portrait was that she didn't look what is she, like Japanese or something?
Asian or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, like I feel like the newer one looks slightly more Asian, I guess if you want to call it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Of course, you gotta see it in person, but um, it's an interesting choice, and it's interesting that they actually did something and they listen to people.
Right, right.
That's like a first for like Sideshow, right? To actually listen to
never
them.
touch that stuff. Yeah.
So
I actually kind of like the fact that they don't listen to people. I feel like you're kind of getting like a sideshow piece, you know, like you're not getting the people's piece, you're getting a sideshow piece, you know.
yeah, but if everyone says, "Hey, this one looks like a man," they're like, "Okay, we'll change it for you." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I see what you're saying. Like they're their own business, they make their own. But it's the people that's gonna ultimately like fund your projects. They're gonna be buying these pieces. They're gonna have them in their collection. So I think like companies like XM that take into account people's like feedback, I think that's like really important in this like niche hobby. You know what I mean? Where every detail is I don't know, just
I
screwed. And
I have to be honest with you. I'm an Apple guy. Like I'm an Apple supporter. and the reason I like Apple is because they don't care about anybody. They just put out what they think is needed for people, and I feel like when you even Nintendo is like that as well. Actually, I find like every like franchise with an actual fan base, they all have that where it's like they do what they put out what they think the consumer doesn't know he wants, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So check this out, you guys. This actually came to they actually got a limited edition number, 750 edition size on the exclusive Green Arrow. I don't know if Omar, if you're into this or not, but I know a lot of people think this is one of the best PFs that they've come out with for a minute. I'm not going to be picking up because I don't really care about Green Arrow, but what do you guys think? I know Chris likes it. Are you going to end up purchasing it though, Chris?
Hell no, I'm not
No?
a dude outside of like Batman and the Joker, but I think honestly, man, I mean, you have pretty much all the DC. You got Supes, Batman, Green Lantern, Doomsday. I mean, that Green Arrow looks like perfect to me. I don't know, and I mean the edition size is nice. The price isn't too bad. You know what I mean? It's a fairly straight up pose, nothing that takes up too much space. I think it's a great piece.
Omar, do you like this or no?
Yeah, I definitely think I think in my opinion it's a perfect statue.
Yeah,
I can't really pick out anything that I would change.
So are you going to purchase this now knowing that it's a 750 of the exclusive edition?
No.
he already ordered 3 of them, bro.
You already ordered 3 of them? No? I mean, I think they added the right exclusives. You get the exclusive portrait and the exclusive arrow. And I think that I think for me that's make or break if I was going to buy this.
I agree with you. I definitely think, I'm telling you, like, it's a perfect statue in my opinion. I think they did a perfect job on it. There's nothing I would really change about the exclusive.
Yeah, it looks really good. Surprised you're not picking it up, Tim.
I actually sold my Green Lantern, or I'm going to sell it. So I'm trying to step away from trying to collect the whole Justice League. They didn't come out with the Flash. I don't think they're going to do it anytime soon. So, you know what I mean? Just forget about it.
You might be eating your words. I mean, I know I say this shit every New York Comic Con, but I don't know, man. I feel like after rebooting their initial like trilogy DC premium formats, you got the new Batman, new Superman, new Wonder Woman.
You think they're gonna come up with the Flash?
I feel like it would only make sense. I feel like they didn't make up like a mixed media Flash just because that's kind of what everybody's stepping away from. Like if you look at Prime 1, you look at XM, people gauge more towards like the fully sculpted shit with like more details on the costume. So I feel like that's what they were waiting for to release the Flash.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would rather have the Prime 1 Green Lantern, to be honest.
I think that's one of the best Green Lantern on the market right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna wait. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna focus on my Batman villains line, my Superman villains line, and then the Women in Armor line that I just made up. And you know, I've got zombie statues and dioramas and shit. And I picked up the Iron Man, right? So now I'm kind of jonesing for the other Iron Mans, so I can put them all together.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot. I've got too much, to be honest with you. And then,
sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was going to transition to this statue, but
wait, hold on. Some guy, X-Men exclusive, said, "Omar, why would you say crazy shit like that? Why not listen to your customers, bro?" And then he's like, "Yeah, he's always been against the collectors. He just likes Apple because they don't care about the consumers." But look, the reason I say this is just because I feel like most consumers, they don't know what they want. Some people they do, and you can't deny that. But the majority of consumers, they don't know what they want. Some people say they like switch outs, and when they get switch outs, they're like, "Oh, I have no place to put them." Some people buy stuff just because there's a lot of switch outs. Like that makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Like they reason their purchase based on how many switch outs. Like, oh yeah, but it comes with a lot of switch outs. Like, do you know what I mean? Like most people, they don't know what they want. Some people they do. There's always the exception, but for the most part, they don't. And I feel like if you want to be successful, you need to be able to identify what people want. Like with XM, for example, in my opinion, they kind of listen to their people a little too much. Like I feel like they listen to their consumers more than they need to. You know, like you don't need to put 50 switch outs. You don't need to put like extra big bases. I mean, at the end of the day, look at now. Like after they learned their lesson, what they do, they copy the small bases like Sideshow. Most of their stuff is like linear and in like one line like Sideshow. They're doing made to order like Sideshow. Like at the end of the day, they tried to copy another business model, but it didn't work, and they end up reverting back to how the master, who's able to identify exactly what consumers want, is able to identify it, and at the end of the day, like XM ended up copying it. So you can even see their newer statues. They don't have as many switch ups that they had before. Remember Batman? Batman had like 50, 100, 800 different ways you can pose him.
Yeah.
No, and now look at their new statues. One extra head sculpt. Because they realize that people don't want them. They think they want them, but they don't, because they don't know what they want. And that's why I say that. It's not because I don't care about the collector. I do care about the collector, but I feel like the collector doesn't know exactly what he's looking for. And Sideshow does a good job of telling you what you want, or like letting you know what you want. I mean, look at their Wolverine. Just look at their Wolverine, for example. Hundreds of Wolverines on the market. And then they release this one, and it literally tops all of them. Nobody can deny. Actually, some people can. Sure, there's exceptions, but for the most part, most people can say that Wolverine that they just released is the best like Wolverine on the market. You know what I mean? Like pound for pound, dollar for dollar. There's no better Wolverine than that. You know, and in my opinion, like they just know how to do it. Like that's what it takes to be a company that survives in a market where there's a lot of competition. That's just my opinion. I feel like people would have never thought that they would release a Wolverine that would have a 2000 edition size because of how much people like it. Like that's all there's to it. Same with the Captain America. Look how many Captain Americas there are, and they released that new one. Sure, it's not classic enough, but at the end of the day, you can't deny that that's probably one of the best head sculpts on any Captain America. You know,
what up, Fate? Just getting that in there.
But anyway,
Fate, what up?
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
Good, man.
Omar. Oh man,
Uh-oh.
my good friend Omar. Oh man.
tell me what you think, Fate.
So the topic is should Sideshow listen to their customers?
To an extent. I'm not saying they should ignore everything. They should just push out Batmans. I'm just saying they should, for the most part, not listen to people when it comes to making the product.
Okay. Yes, this is a crappy answer, but yes and no. And I'm gonna tell you why Omar is, for the most part, right. Well, at least in this case. Well, in the case I'm about to present, the Psylocke case. If we all come into an agreement of what we want, then Omar's completely wrong because we know what we want. But when you just say, I don't like something, well, what don't you like about it?
Can I be honest with you?
And this is the Psylocke issue.
Do you really think people changed that Psylocke, or do you think Marvel stepped in? Do you really think people changed it? Because they've never changed it before. Do you think people changed that?
Yeah,
Or
but
Marvel put a stop on that.
Nah, man, because they gave them the green light to reveal those first prototype pictures.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Sideshow listening, then it was Marvel listening and telling Sideshow, listen, you're getting backlash on this first portrait. You got to change something.
In my opinion, I feel like Marvel definitely like saw a different perspective. Like they saw an angle or something on that Psylocke, and they're like, change that, because they've never changed another piece before. Like never. And I don't think it will happen again, but I definitely feel like Marvel saw something there, and they're like, "Oh, that's a little too manly. We
Check
don't
want 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man.
I definitely think they saw that, and they're like, "Oh, I don't think this is a little too manly. We don't want to push this kind of image. I think that's what
Yeah,
happened.
but after, I mean, Marvel doesn't just look at a bunch of iPhone pictures and give Sideshow the green light to to reveal something. They gotta. I'm assuming that there's some sort of consumer representative that goes out there, takes a look at the piece with a bunch of different people, reviews it. I'm sure Sideshow maybe even sends them a sample of something, and then they'll gauge whether or not they're gonna reveal it. But I feel like it's the community that gave all that backlash. And you know what? There was like a couple days where this thing was floating around about that dude, the art director of Sideshow, David Ego, attending all these. I don't know. It was some it was some weird shit.
They changed. Everybody complains about everything. You saw when Poison Ivy came out, the backlash was way worse than Psylocke.
Yeah,
well,
they didn't change anything.
Who came out first? So Poison Ivy, right?
Poison Ivy, yeah.
Are people buying it?
I'm not sure.
Probably not. So this is why Marvel's like, okay, well, let's start listening before we have the same problem over again.
Yeah.
You can't assume that. You can't assume that people aren't buying it. Look at the edition size. If it's similar to the Psylocke, then people are buying it.
There's a reason why it's like that, bro. I don't know what it is, but I bet you it ain't high.
They made a change, I think. At the end of the day, they made a change.
Sure.
The change is worse.
People had zero influence. I'm not saying people have zero influence. I'm not saying they should have zero. I'm saying they should have 20% max. Maximum 20%.
And me personally, I can agree with that.
Yeah, because they have professionals that have been doing this for their life. Well, we don't know what is a good looking statue. They know it better.
No, see, I mean, I don't like that comment right there. We don't know what's a good. What do you mean we don't know? Of course we know.
We can't design a good looking statue. We can't design it ourselves. Like we can't picture. No. Can you picture a perfect looking statue? You really can't. Like in every kind of perspective, you can't. That's why there's artists that can come up with original content by themselves. They're getting paid like thousands of dollars to do it because they're better at imagining these things better than us, right? We can judge a statue after it's made, just like we can judge any product. But the initial design of that product, usually you need a professional to do that because they've been doing it their whole life, right? Like even if you tell me like a biggest smart aleck, if you're gonna tell me pose an Iron Man statue, I'm gonna look at the Iron Man Mark 6 and I'm gonna try to pretend something close to that. Because realistically, I would have never imagined like to pose the Iron Man like this with one leg up on top of the dead with the dead android. Like I never would have thought of that. I'm pretty sure most people would have not thought of that. So
the problem is, and this is what Sideshow, to me, what their bread and butter is they make the best portraits. And now all of a sudden, they're not making the best portraits. They're making man girls. And I told you since Emma Frost, Poison Ivy, Psylocke, I mean, it goes on and on and on. The best female that I've seen in a long time in quarter scale was probably Red Sonja. That's the last of the best looking females that's come out.
Yep.
And after that, we're starting to, like Chris said. Chris hit the nail on the head, bro. So Sideshow, if you wanted to know what made this head sculpt look masculine, is the forehead and the eyebrow area. Now we went from a round head with a man face with to an elongated face, still with the man up top.
Oh, I got a better picture, you guys.
From the nose up.
This is a full picture. I think it's a better angle. But
just because they shave down the jawbone doesn't make it more feminine. Well, sort of, kind of, it does, but the face, what sets the tone is the eyes and the bone structure above the eye. I agree with Chris 1,000% on that. And Sideshow's like, oh, let me do the cheap way, or we're gonna have to scrap. No, Sideshow, scrap the whole head sculpt and start over. You can do hair easy. That shouldn't be that much of a problem.
Tim, can you zoom in on the face?
Yeah. Let's welcome our new guy. Not Your Reviews product. What's your name, bro? What's your name?
Hey, my name's Rui, guys. I'm glad to be here, join you guys in this conversation, man. So,
nice.
Nothing new here, man. Just been reading comics since the early 80s. So, probably start off with Marvel. but I like DC lately. Since the New 52, it's pretty good, man. So,
Yo,
So
but
you know,
I'm loving statues.
you're not that dude, Rory Byrne on Facebook, are you?
Roey Byrne, the hell is that?
Oh no, never mind.
No,
Never.
I hit you up a couple times, man. You read my text. If you go back and check my text out, I was hitting you
Oh,
up with the. Remember you had the Bushy Surfer? I asked you if you had what you do with it.
what's your name on Facebook?
Rui Fernando.
Oh, Fernando. Okay, okay.
yeah, your camera's not working, Fernando. Just FYI.
It's not.
No.
How do I hook it up? This is my first time using this Hangouts. Right now,
Uh,
I'm using an iPad.
okay.
Because last time my PC didn't work properly, so I'm using the iPad with the camera on it. So how would I do the camera?
During the setup, when you accept, you should be
Uh-huh.
able to test. You should be able to test your stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, you guys keep going. I'm gonna try to figure this out.
No, that's it. Put in a nutshell, if we have something to say, we have to be more definitive on what we want. Saying I don't like it, then all that does is do what? Leave Sideshow to their own liberties once again. So we might as well have said nothing. What constitutes as a mailing head sculpt?
You know
Just the
what?
jawbone. People would have said jawbone, 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 jawbone. Okay, that makes it easy. They know what to fix. But it's more than that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Now, what I think, like when Omar says, like there's a certain business model, I feel like he's looking at it, like there can only be one, and I feel like people like XM Studios, right? I feel like they take into consideration, heavily what collectors in the group say, and they make altercations based on that sort of feedback, and I still feel like they're successful in a way. You know what I mean? Like people praise them for doing that. Number one, they still sell out their statues. Yeah, they had to change the way they do things, but I think they still kind of take into consideration, like there's two successful, or maybe even multiple successful, different business models. Sideshow has what works for them.
I agree.
XM
I,
has,
I agree with you. I no, I 100% agree with you. I definitely think like there's different models that work. I just think to be the best, you have to be confident in your own abilities, and that's what I think.
but I
I
feel like certain things make you the best. Like there's things that make Sideshow the best in their own ways, and then things that make XM the best in their own ways. Like what's best for them, you know what I mean? And their, uh, uh,
but could you deny that Sideshow has the best art direction?
Um, no, there's been some questionable things that I'd say. And you made a point about like big bases and stuff, and XM kind of following suit, and copying that. I don't really feel like they're copying either. I think that's just them again.
Just realize that these guys know what they're doing. That's it.
I think also it's just them listening to consumer feedback, man. I mean, I don't think it's just Sideshow, looking at Sideshow pieces and saying, maybe we should make our bases smaller. I think it's people actually collecting their pieces. Like, damn, I have like, 4 of the Sinister Six pieces in that line, and I can't even fit the other 2. You got
Bro,
to make the bases smaller.
could I tell you something? Remember when XM first came out? What was the trend? What were people saying? Why should you buy XM? Because their bases tell stories. That was the whole selling thing, right? They wanted dynamic poses, stories that are intricate and basic. Everyone was buying into that, right?
Yeah.
Now the consumer wasn't thinking about all the repercussions that come with this. For example, 100,000 parts, large boxes, heavy boxes, boxes, also things
Yo,
like
can you guys see me now?
how much, yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yep.
and
There
how
we go.
big these things are, right? Now, XM, they thought that this is what the consumer wants. This is what the consumer thought they want. Remember, because you even said the consumer bought 4 of the Sinister Six, and then he realized he doesn't have room. It's not like they knew right away, oh man, this is gonna be too big for me to split. No, he bought 4 of them, and then he ran out of room. He's like, oh man, I can't. I need to protest that. These bases are too big. But initially, their whole selling point, the reason people bought XM was because their bases were so amazing and they're so storytelling, right?
Yeah, I
Sideshow,
gotta.
people were protesting that, and Sideshow ignored that, and they kept to what they do, and then at the end of the day, XM followed suit, and that's what I mean by.
Omar, I have a
Yo,
question. I have a question about.
I see that he's got X-Men statues in the back. What's up, man? Go ahead. Give
yo,
your opinion.
you mean XM statues in the back?
Yeah, XM. Sorry.
No, man. Yeah, I got quite a few. I'm collecting the Sinister Six, and I can tell you it's basically like a comic page coming to life, man. The bases are big, but they tell a story, and it reflects like what I used to read, in my teens and early 20s. You know what I mean? There's the nostalgic thing to it. Small bases are good, but I like the big bases also, man.
So kind of like Omar's point that you like the big base because it tells a story and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
man. I think for us, we want it to tell a story, not just like I like dynamic poses more than the museum poses, because I want that like action coming right at me. You know what I mean? Sometimes I hang out here in my man cave and read a comic book, and I look up at the statues, and it's like shit just coming to life.
Nice. What's up, Michael?
Hey, what's up, guys?
That's exactly what people were saying. Like they wanted the big bases, they wanted the dynamic poses, right? But
Yeah.
in order to support dynamic poses in the first place, you need big bases. Unless you have incredible engineers like the Captain Marvel, or the Spider-Man premium format, where you can actually do like a dynamic pose with a small base. But like realistically, how often can you pull that off? You know, like even Sideshow, who's trying to go dynamic, they only pull it off with like 3 or 4 pieces. You know, so
Omar, those small bases with dynamic poses, wouldn't those statues have to be not heavy, a little bit light, like possibly hollow in the inside? Because if they're heavy, they're going to tip over. That like Miss Marvel should look like if that top part was heavy, she would just fall off the base. So they have to like make them a little bit hollow in the inside, right?
it's solid.
It's solid.
It's solid. Yeah, Captain Marvel is solid.
Is that polystone or resin?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's polystone. I don't think they would pay for resin. It's too expensive. But but yeah, it's solid. But it's just the base is really, really heavy. Like the base is
right.
solid.
It's holding it up.
Yeah. Even Spider-Man. Spider-Man is solid too. You know, I don't know if you've seen the people breaking Spider-Man PF.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Solid cast. Like there's
so let's get back to the point though. So what that
Oh, Cass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't get to finish my point really quick. I'm gonna go back and let you finish.
Go ahead. No.
It was about what Omar was saying. To my recollection, even though I don't own XM, but what I heard was, and what we talked about when XM was popping in the beginning, it wasn't big bases or any of that. It was they were making characters that Sideshow wasn't making.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was, and that was their selling point.
I agree with that.
Look, guys are doing that.
Actually, that's a really solid point. That's a solid point. I completely forgot about that, but I agree. That was definitely a selling point. But even then, remember they made like 99 lizards and they couldn't even sell them, and then they end up going made to order method, like based on how many people ordered. Now everything's made to order. Like they never set an ES anymore. They cap an ES, which I definitely agree with. I think that's an amazing business model where they cap it at 1,000 pieces, but it's also made to order. Like they let people order and they set the edition size after. So even that, because they couldn't sustain it with the B-listers and the C-listers.
I feel like you could chalk some of that up to, like, they're also a really young company. Sideshow's been doing this for 20 plus years. You know,
I agree with that.
Sideshow's, XM been around for 4 or 5 years, maybe even less. So they kind of gotta, test the waters and see what's good for them. They fucked up making a B-lister with a 1,000 ES, so they, you know what? Let's make these less popular characters made to order. And I feel like they kind of just they're feeling themselves out. You know what I mean? And I feel like they just needed time. But not necessarily that their business model, is second to Sideshow. I just think they got to figure out and need time to figure out what's best for them.
I think look, the perfect balance is somewhere in between, where it's like It's like I said, 70% sideshow model, 30% people model. You definitely need people's input. I'm not saying you completely cast them out. I feel like you need to have an idea yourself of what you want to do. You need to have faith in yourself, and then you're able to get suggestions from people. But I feel like with the way XM approached it is they had no idea what they wanted to do. They wanted to fill in what people wanted to do, and they made based on that. And I feel like that is not a good model because you can't rely on the customer to tell you what you want to design or what you want to make. I feel like you need to know what you want to make. You have to have faith in yourself. And then, sure, you get the opinion of people because at the end of the day, they're buying. They're the ones that are paying. But if you have no idea what you want to do, then you do not make anything until you figure that out. And that's what I believe in.
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think what they need, I think what most companies do is they have a market researching team.
Yes.
And that's basically how they figure their stuff out. So they should be nailing anyways what people want. You know what I mean? So at the Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday, they showed the Batman versus Superman diorama, and someone was asking, are they going to make a Wonder Woman versus what's her name, Cheetah? You know what I mean? And they didn't say anything. They said, yeah, we might have some follow-up of some stuff coming up. So you know, they probably know what they want, and they probably know who's popular, and that's the reason why they released the Trinity again, because those sold the best, right? So I think they do know what they want. I think, you know, our feedback, it does matter, but I don't think they go to our Facebook page that often, and you know what I mean, see what everyone's writing sometimes.
Tim, did you pre-order that deal?
Not it's not, they don't have an edition size, but I usually don't care about that, but I'm not in a hurry.
They're not doing any edition size on that.
Or they're not showing it.
Some guy talked to the Sideshow forum people, Sideshow rep, and they said that they're not setting an edition size at all. It's going to be like a time period.
Oh,
it's
so
like
what does that mean?
It's like open edition, like a certain time it's going to
like
stop.
The Ultimate Cat, yeah, or like the Galactus. That's what they said, but you don't know. Like some Sideshow reps don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, what does it say on the website now? TBD?
It says TBD, yeah.
Nah, it'll be set, you know, at some point. I don't think it'll be open.
No.
That'd be nuts if
it would say limited edition.
Right.
But it does say it wouldn't say to be determined if it was just going to be limited edition. I don't think it would.
Hopefully it's not. Like hopefully they do have an edition size.
Did you guys notice that with the last Psylocke PF, they did the exact same thing? The first face they showed, they changed it shortly after before it actually went into production. They had an original face sculpt that they showed, and then they changed it.
Yeah, that's. Oh wait, the original one?
The original one. They did the same thing.
Yeah.
They showed. They had to pick out for a few, maybe a month or two, and then they switched it up. They tried to make her look more ethnic, I guess.
Well, what about Magneto? What about Magneto? Everyone hated Magneto, and then they went and changed it a little bit, and then they called it a maquette or something. And charged you a couple $100 more for it.
Yeah. They also changed the Supergirl as well. I don't know if you, although it
the face, the face sculpt. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that and she was saluting with the wrong hand. People were getting offended by it or something. So
yeah. You see, that's where I think you see it just goes to show you changing that Magneto, changing that Supergirl. If they would have just went in okay, this is what we have, and we have faith in this. If they would have released that Magneto as is, it wouldn't have done nearly as good as it's. Yeah. I don't know if it's doing good now, but I think it definitely is doing better than it would have been if they would have just released their first initial sculpt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree. No, listen, I agree. I think you guys took what I'm saying as, no, forget the customer, screw the customer, and don't do any research, don't market anything, just make whatever you want. No, I don't think that. I definitely don't think that. I'm just saying that the design comes before the marketing. You can't have the marketing team, and I'm a marketing guy. I firmly don't believe you should market and then design. You design and then you market, and then you adjust the design based on the market.
Yes,
That's
yes,
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. All right.
As far as that Superman though,
let me go and share it.
Bros, seriously, I wasn't feeling that piece, but with the exclusive head, I love it. I love it.
You know what I'm worried is they said in the interview that the eyes and the face don't the laser beams or the red beams or the red resin or whatever the plastic. They said that those don't come out. I have a feeling some of these are going to probably break because look out, those are pretty small.
Nah, if they make that out of like PVC or something, I mean,
It won't break you.
they've shipped out fragile parts before. You know what I mean? I feel like it'll be fun.
I kind of like both portraits, to be honest. But
the looking piece, man. I'm surprised you haven't pre-ordered it.
No, yeah, I'm not in a hurry.
Anybody know the height on that?
Man,
they said 23 inches tall, and I'm guessing that's right there where the hand is. They said it could be bigger because of the cape, right? Because it's a wired cape. And I like this, that they're not going to actually light this up. I'm afraid of light up pieces, so I appreciate this. You know what I mean?
I think light ups are so fucking corny, bro. I like even in
I love them, dude. If you can have the option, why not?
What's that?
Well, if they break, then there goes your value of your piece. You know what I mean? If they could do something like this.
I mean, at the same time, then what do you have? Something that doesn't light up, which is what you would have had originally. I mean, yeah, it might take away from your
Mike,
piece,
the
cost of it. But.
Mike, the statues you have that light up, how often do you turn them on?
I turn them all on, a couple times a month, actually.
Close the lights and turn them on.
No, I do. Especially like my Street Fighter ones, my Akuma and my Skeletor bust. I like lighting that one up. And some of them light up. They stay lit up for a couple days at a time. Man, I left my Lex Luthor light on for like a few days, and it was still on. I didn't realize I left it on.
What about battery corrosion, man? You ain't afraid of that?
No, I've cleaned corrosion off. I've had a couple things shipped to me where it did have corrosion, and you could switch out parts and stuff. But I've never had a problem with it, to be honest. No. I've been lucky with the lights. I did have a problem with a Skeletor bust that I got from Pop Culture Shock. It had a bunch of corrosion in there. When they sent it to me with the batteries, they got messed up, and I just went in there and I cleaned it real thoroughly, and I got to work.
I just think that it takes away from the piece, man. Like the essence of what a statue's supposed to be. I kind of feel like throwing a light up and having to insert batteries. It a toy.
It has to be done correctly. It can make it look cheap and do a bad job. But I mean, like a lot of the Star Wars PFs, man, they're not the same without the light ups. I love lighting up all the Sith Lords and stuff like that.
Guys, I got a question for you, man. My quick opinion after looking at these pictures. Now, see from afar, like that picture, the statue looks amazing, but up close on those portraits, they look half-assed, bro. Especially in the mouth area, man.
I don't know. Do you guys like that Superman portrait? They used it on the PF as well.
Look, Batman looks hard. Look, Batman looks horrible, and Superman looks horrible.
Yeah, unless it's Martin Canal sculpting Batman, I don't like it, in my opinion. Martin Canal's face, I think, in my opinion, he does such a good job with Batman's face.
I think it's the paint.
I was gonna say it's the paint. It looks like there's like red dots everywhere.
Well, those teeth are horrible. Look at Superman.
Ew, look at his eyes.
The paint in his face is horrible, bro.
Yeah.
It's not the paint. The paint looks amazing, dude. Look at his cheek.
No way. What? Are you serious?
The sculpt. I'm telling you, it's a sculpt. The sculpt looks bad.
You know what? Probably a combination of both, man. But
I mean, the sculpt doesn't look too bad. It just
look at his chin. Look at the way it's like popping out so much.
Yeah, the chin is too exaggerated, and the teeth are horrible. He has chiclets. Him and Batman, they have an issue, bro, in that area for me. But other than that, the rest of the sculpt is dead on.
Yeah, look, even the chin on this guy too. It's really pronounced.
I mean, even the Superman PF, the new one has a big chin. So
I agree, and that's why I don't like that one. I don't like the new Superman PF.
I don't mind if these have they don't look like a certain type of Superman or Batman. I don't like that they're clean. These outfits are so clean. I don't like that.
What do you mean, like smooth?
Yeah, it's something that I would see. It's too clean to where it doesn't look like it's that detailed. It's where like DC Direct, I would expect something clean from DC Direct, but I expect Sideshow to go more texture. more detail, like what they did with the Hulk vs. Wolverine. Like, you look at the Wolverine on the Hulk vs. Wolverine statue. His outfit has wear on it, where these look like they're brand new and fresh, and I don't like that.
Mm.
So I don't know. Prototype
Well,
though, so
they're going for like more comic accuracy, but if they're in battle, man, they should have some battle damage.
I'm gonna holler at you
their
guys.
gear or stuff like that.
All right, Chris.
All right,
Peace
bro.
out.
Oh, I was gonna ask Chris a question real quick.
Go ahead before I get in the car.
Oh, that you have that life-size Skeletor bust, right?
Yeah, the regular though, without the light up.
Yeah. It's crazy. They have a difference in color too. The regular one and the exclusive. I didn't realize, but they sent me a regular on accident, and when I ordered the exclusive, so I got to look at it, and the difference, like the regular is like a bone color, like human, and the exclusive has like like a greenish tint to it, like
I'm not gonna
skeleton.
lie, bro. Mine is almost all yellow and green.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not bone color at all.
That's crazy because the regular they sent me, it looked like human bone, and then because I have two of the exclusive ones, and they're both like a green. So I figured it was just the regulars that were like that, but I guess it was just that one that they sent me. It looked like just straight bone color. So I guess it depends on who painted it.
Yeah, nah, they're definitely but I'm gonna holler at you guys.
Right,
See, that's interesting. I'm glad I said something because that means that some of the regulars are painted the same. There's a huge difference, like night and day, holding them next to each other.
It might be from like different batches.
Mm-hmm.
Because the new Thanos maquette is night and day versus the first one. Like when they first released the first batch, the one with the broken legs, when they released the second one, I got the replacement. Dude, it's like completely like that. Even the leg paint is like completely different.
Yeah, I got a replacement for my exclusive. I still haven't opened it. Hopefully it's not broken in pieces.
If you haven't smashed yours, or did you smash it, or did you send it back?
No, I sent it back.
Oh,
what's weird is they sent me the same edition number. I thought they'd send me a different edition number, but they sent me the same one. I've just been so busy packing things, and I haven't got a chance to open it. So I just keep my fingers crossed that it's not a million pieces when I open.
I got my replacement like 3 months later, and
yeah, me too. That's what happened to me.
And it was like completely different. Like it was like not even the same. Like it was well, obviously the same statue, but like it was like the paint is just completely different level. I felt they fixed up like everything. Yeah,
I hope that's the case with mine.
There was not a single issue, and I'm a picky dude. And there was nothing like not on the lines, nothing like that. It was perfect.
Was your edition number the same when it came back to you?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, mine. I need to open that thing. I'm curious what I'm gonna find. I'm a little scared too, actually, but whatever. It can't be worse than the first one, I don't think.
All right, what do you? I think we talked about this before, but like this looks horrible. I don't know. Maybe I'm not giving it a try, but I think they all look bad.
Looks like they're going for a younger audience.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got the little one
really,
girl looks like a hooker
really young
kind of.
audience.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that. Definitely not feeling that.
Yeah, it looks like young teenagers. 12,
Millennials.
12 to 16 audience. I think they're going.
I mean, they'd be younger than millennials. They would be the next batch of people.
What do they call the next batch?
I don't know. The now, I think.
The now.
The entitled.
I forget what they are. Yeah, I don't know what DC's doing over there with their films and TV series. Like,
yo, this might be like an interpretation of Kick-Ass. Remember Kick-Ass with that little girl? Oh man,
kind of what it reminds me.
Ruthless.
Yeah, that movie wasn't bad. I liked it.
Dude, when that little girl came out and started kicking some ass, I was like, what? If this turns out something like that, then it might be worth our time.
Low stock on Bane, guys.
No.
So everyone that's hoarding their Banes ready to sell, get ready. Omar, you still have any of these?
No, they're gone.
Yeah, is that Bane a Grail?
I don't know.
I think so, yeah. I think it is.
Omar, you think everything's a Grail, man?
Has it gone?
I don't know if that is a Grail.
Has it gone up at all? What's the exclusive go for nowadays?
I don't even know.
Nah, I purged, dude. I don't even keep track anymore. I don't really even buy statues anymore, to be honest. I completely purged. After I got the Mark III, I was like, okay, I'm done. The Mark III was like the thing I wanted the most.
So you're buying more of those, right?
Yeah, but I kind of tapped out.
I like that. Psylocke had the new one.
Yo, you guys want to talk about the XM show? What do you guys think?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
My favorite was the Hulk transformation.
Yeah, I think we should talk about that, actually. Yeah, you're right. Let's do this. Let me pull up. I'm going to see what I got here. All right. I mean, what do you guys think of this piece, I guess? Let me see.
I like it. It looks cool.
I don't like his face though. He looks like Paul Rudd.
Oh, this one right here.
Oh, yeah, I didn't look at that.
Man, doesn't look like. Unless, you know, I know they're not going for movie accurate, but who the fuck is that?
Some dude.
Some dude.
I think their 1/6 pieces are cool, but what is up with this? Like,
what?
It just looks weird.
She's showing some
It
tail.
looks good to me.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look. I don't know. It looks weird. I don't know. Is that are they doing this? Are they doing fan service? You know, so in manga or manga, whatever, they have a thing called fan service, and what fan service is ass and titties, and they just throw it in there for no reason. They throw it in there for no reason, and they call it fan service. It's for their fans. They know their audience. They know what they like.
For the otaku.
Is that what this is? You know, I don't know. I think it's kind of.
She gets hot when she's in battle and stuff. You know,
It's not really. I don't think they needed it. That's all I'm saying. But it is 1/6. It looks nice.
Yeah, the 1/6 pieces look great, man.
They do, but what are the prices on these? 500, 600? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I mean, by the time you get it shipped to you, it's probably $600 at least, right?
No, these are cheap. These are $450 shipped.
Yeah,
Shipped?
No, I doubt it.
Yeah, $450 shipped. Yeah. No, I'm serious. They are shipped from Canada. Shipped from the U.S.
Colorado.
They have the.
It's a worldwide license.
It's a worldwide.
DC is, yeah. You might be able to get those off a Big Bad Toy Store.
I don't know about Big Bad Toy Store, but I know what's it called. Secret Compass.
Yeah.
Maybe Secret Compass.
Yeah. Secret Compass kind of high prices. Big Bad Toy Store usually carries XM's pieces that are, you know, selling to America.
Spec Fiction. That's who he should. He's selling it for $400 if you fully pay, and he's solid. His name's Todd Johnson on Facebook. If you guys are interested in any of those.
Oh yeah, I got my Magneto from him.
Yeah, but he's doing pre-orders for the 1/6 line. Okay, what do you guys think of that horse Batman? The one on horse.
I'm trying to pull it up. I'm trying to find all these pictures. Hold on, I'll get them.
Although Todd got me 2 replacements for my Magneto head, and the first one was the wrong head, and the second one had damage on it. But we'll see what he says with the third one.
I like it. I think it's cool. I just don't know. I don't know. It's not for me. I would never buy it. I'd never buy it. Yeah, I would never buy it.
I think it's terrible. Even the horse looks terrible in my opinion.
I like that. I like the way it looks. I mean, you don't like the way it looks, like the art design.
I'm not seeing it.
I feel like the horse anatomy is completely off.
Oh, I didn't know if he's sharing.
No, I'm gonna find it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's in the XM group. You can probably find it there.
Oh, he's gonna beat the horse with the Death Dealer on horse. That thing's just badass looking.
Did you guys see that Morgan? Bro, that piece looks gorgeous. I think that Morgan's gonna be a grill.
You mean the one that MCE did the review on?
Yeah, we just did a review on that.
Yeah. Looks
this
nice.
one, this is his picture right here. This is George's picture.
Yeah.
Click on myself.
That's a gorgeous statue right there.
Yeah, I think they nailed that one.
Yeah, they did a really nice job.
I bet those colors are popping in person too.
Yeah, they do a really nice job on the paint application. Yo, with this one, it's done in the XM factory, but there's so like the quality is top notch, but they used an actual master painter. They didn't get like some randoms painting it. So the master painter for this was James TCE. So like you're getting like real highlights, real shadows. Like paint application is fantastic. I got their siren, their bust. The paint application is gorgeous. Like you're combining master paint and a good paint and a good factory. And I think that the pose on her is just so nice, and her face and glass eyes, just so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Really well done piece.
I think it matches the media too that's originates from. So
Yeah.
I think that's key. Before I go to that piece, I got that bat statue. So I don't really care if the anatomy's wrong on the horse. I think it looks dope. It's probably gonna be way too much money, and it's gonna be silly. I don't know. It's not, I don't know if you're gonna lose your money on it. Basically, I don't think you're gonna be able to resell that on the secondhand market for more than it's worth, or more than you bought it for.
But it doesn't even look like Batman from a distance. It doesn't look like it.
No,
Maybe the market might be different in Asia, though. It might, be a hot item over there.
How is this Batman? Like, where's the Batman in this?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even see Batman.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Maybe they have some Easter eggs hidden.
It just looks like a samurai dude.
Yeah, he's got the bat symbols and stuff, but
And I like samurai stuff too, actually. But I don't know. I just don't see. Like, look at his leg. Just what is wrong with that right leg on that horse?
It could be the camera angle. It's hard. I've learned to not judge, things by picture.
He's got armor on. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks awkward from there.
It looks too steampunk.
Yeah.
Yes, you hear me, man?
Now I can.
Okay, great. Quick question, man. And I just saw it myself, so sorry for being late. I haven't checked in a while. I have more pressing things to do. But what do you think of the $400 space dolphins?
Oh,
I can go without.
Thumbs up.
No way.
There's no way. I figured they'd probably be about that much too.
Wow.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah, when did Lobo start playing around with space dolphins? From what I remember, I don't remember him having space dolphins when he first came out.
Even if he did, why do you want dolphins?
That shit sounds gay.
Whoa.
Whoa. It's 2018, man. It's 2018. We don't say that.
That is politically correct.
It's 2018.
Well,
dolphins.
I
know what you mean.
I don't think Lobo even playing with dolphins, man.
You mean the words? I think you mean stupid.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I don't know. Do you want dolphin statues in your room? I don't.
I like it with Lobo, but I ain't trying to drop 400 just to have them though.
Yeah, true.
That's a good way, yeah.
Oh yeah, if they were.
Wait, 400 each or 400 for both?
Both, I'm assuming.
Yo, but that Lobo sculpt is nice, eh?
Yeah.
I really like his face. His face is done really nicely.
I still prefer sideshows.
I think this is trash. I don't want to say trash. I shouldn't say that. I don't like this piece.
I agree with you.
I don't like the claws.
Not feeling that either.
They're chromy. I don't like the sculpt.
What's with the fishtail in the back? Is there a fishtail in the back?
No.
The fish.
Why is it trash?
Okay, I don't mean say trash. It's just I don't like the sculpt. It looks rough. It doesn't look smooth. I don't know, and I don't like the face sculpt either.
I think they chose the wrong kind of texturing.
Brown suit's supposed to be like that.
They chose the wrong kind of texturing for that suit.
Yeah.
How do you figure? Do you have a closer picture where you see?
No.
I mean, it's just a picture though. It's hard. I didn't like the face sculpt on the unmasked.
I like the sideshow brown Wolverine. I just don't. I don't.
You do?
Yeah.
I
hate that thing.
I like it. I liked it. I don't. You might say that there's flaws with it, but I like the way it looked versus this.
The pose, I agree. The pose is nice, but the face and everything else is bad.
I would take this over the sideshow any day.
Well, the samurai Batman base doesn't help any. I wish they just scrap that and put a new base on it.
Yeah, I don't like that base. It has like a fish in the back, right? Am I wrong with that? Like a
Yeah, but it's-
koi fish or something?
I think it's part of the house or the roof that he's
Oh,
on
the
or
roof,
something.
Yeah, it's like straight out of Frank Miller's miniseries. I mean, I don't know why they did that with the belt. What's up with the little silver part at the end? That little, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's certain things they just, you can see it, the little arrow at the end of his belt.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Why did they
Oh,
put
I see
that
what you're
there?
saying. Looks like
Yeah.
a swashbuckler.
Yeah, there's no point. Why would they even put that there?
No, I
At least-
definitely agree with you. The reason another thing doesn't work is because look at the claws, the way they point, they're not the same direction as the face.
Mm-hmm.
They have to face the same way if you want to pose them like that.
I really like the.
This is the best piece of the show, in my opinion.
Oh, hold on.
Which one?
Yeah, Anthony sent some pics.
The
Shout
back
out,
looks pretty sick.
shout out to Anthony. He's sending me some pics. Thank you, bro. And here's the fish that you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's straight out of the book, right? They had those
Yeah, they have those a lot
in
in
the
Japan.
in the miniseries, and I think the one in X-Men too, the Chris Claremont, or is connected with that miniseries.
I don't like this.
What, the one where he goes to Japan to visit
I
his
think
girlfriend?
it's 162 or no, I can't remember the number, but it was around there.
Yeah, I think it was Chris Claremont and John Byrne, maybe around that time. Yeah, I think so.
No, I don't. It wasn't John Byrne that drew it,
Nah.
but I know it was Claremont that wrote it.
Now he wrote
Yeah.
some epic stuff, man. He was good.
Okay, so you like this piece, Omar?
Yeah, I think that's the best. That's the best alien I've ever seen, in my opinion.
I like the paint apps.
Other than the warrior.
The paint apps look pretty sick.
Incredible.
It looks gross.
Like I've never been so like blown away by a piece. Like I was not expecting this at all.
Yeah, that's
You like it? I don't know. Well, let me get another look at it.
And the way they did, like they got rid of
Damn, the base is
they have a
crazy.
big chap head. I wish they showed the big chap head. The big chap head looks amazing.
The one that I always regretted canceling was that big chap from Sideshow.
I agree with you. That one's nice too. But the paint up on that one is trash. I had that.
I've never seen it.
Like the Nosferatu one.
Yeah, I just love the pose.
Yeah, I agree with you. The pose is really nice, but the paint application is just terrible. Like it's literally black.
Why are these the same pose as the Venom statue? What are they doing? Seriously, look at this.
Everybody's leaping forward.
Yeah.
On the attack.
I'm not a fan of the pose.
So they have to have like a metal rod going through all these things, I'm assuming.
What do you guys think of this? Another take on Deathstroke, another variant.
This is a samurai line also, right?
I actually really like this one, to be honest. I really like this.
Doesn't XM use like porcelain because of the humidity where they're at? They use a different kind of material.
I like the bait. I like the mask. I think the mask is such a nice touch. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
Show the mask.
Yeah. Oh, that Deathstroke
is right here. Man. I
like that a lot.
It looks like a skull is what you're saying, right?
No, it looks like the face is like burning. It's like fire. I don't know. It's really cool. If someone has that, just send it to Tim.
Yeah.
It's really nice. I really like this piece. I think the pose, everything about it is just nice.
Yeah, I'm tempted on that Deathstroke. That thing is sick.
Very martial arts.
I'm not. It's a variant, so I'm gonna stay away from it.
Yeah, but it's just so. I mean, that fits in with Deathstroke. That's why it can work.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
It's art. Art is art.
Yeah, it would just clash with a lot of the stuff that I have.
Yeah, the base and it'll be out of place.
I don't like this, but I'm not a Marvel collector that much, so.
Nah, I don't like it either.
I hate when they do that shield. You see that white outline on the shield? I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
It looks like a big like a garbage lid.
What's he standing on too? I don't understand.
It reminds me of the Jim Lee Superman that they made for DC Direct a long time ago, I think. It was from 204. It was supposed to be from Superman 204. They made a Batman one from 608. and they made matching ones. They didn't really look like Jim Lee's art, but I don't even think they weren't quite a 6 scale. They might have been like an 8 scale or something. But he was standing on the same like kind of eagle base. I remember.
Red Hood is saying that you could put the shield on his back.
Yeah, you can. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of tempted on that Sideshow one still, but they made so damn many of them.
What's up?
I said, can you show us something real quick?
Sure. What do you got? Send it to me.
I just want to know, are you getting it or not, man? You might jump on this the Bear Brick Mickey Mouse. Sideshow site.
What are you talking about? Send it to me.
Bear, like Chicago Bear Brick Mickey Mouse.
Bear Brick Mickey. Are you memeing me right now, or is it something I should really look up?
I was want to know if you're getting it, man.
What is this?
Orlando, you're a Disney kind of guy, man.
No, I don't care about that crap.
Bear Brick. Brick, as in.
I don't care about like Mickey Mouse statues.
Yeah, the 400.
Do those things go? I bet there's some Mickey Mouse statues that go for a fortune. Wouldn't surprise me.
Ew. Oh, that.
Is that it right here?
I don't know. He's talking about. Go back.
It's Bear Brick Mickey Mouse 400.
Bear Brick Mickey Mouse 400. Okay, let's see.
Blue, he collected all those old school Disney statues. Remember, he did a video one time.
This thing? No, that can't be it.
You did that? The first one.
This thing.
Yeah.
What the hell is this, bro?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking that's gonna be
a Mickey Lego. It's like a ghetto Lego.
Is $100 for this?
That's what he thinks of your collection, Tim.
Man, that's messed up.
If you're from Orlando, you need to get that, man.
It's PVC, bro. It's one of the best products.
There you go.
What's the next statue you guys are expecting in?
I was gonna make like an old joke and say your mom, but
Wow.
My mom?
Yeah, statue of your mom.
That is an old joke.
I use it all the time though.
It works.
She's passed away, so she's pretty.
Oh my bad. See, it's a joke. I don't mean it.
Nah,
it's just a joke.
Can I show you guys something? My friend sent me these. This is his piece. I think this piece is really nice.
What are you talking about? Hold on, let me click on you. Which one?
I'm gonna show you right now.
I'll click on your screen.
Like they're so nice. I wanted to buy.
What's that?
Oh. The Lobos itself has a $300 difference, bro.
What do you guys think of this piece?
Oh, I love it. I got the shin right over here.
Bro, it looks so nice.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
Does the
light up feature on that thing's badass, man. Well, he's got three heads. He's got one where he's screaming. He's got a light up one where he's like beat up and there's blood dripping down his mouth, and then he's got just a regular one where he's kind of just.
When he sent me these photos, I was like, I went to the website. I was like, trying to buy this right now, man. Look at the payoff.
The only thing my only gripe with it is I think initially they planned to make the base light up when it was higher, and then they shortened the base to make him, accommodate him for the Ryu that they made. I think make him close to height because he was already towering over him because he was bigger, and then he was raised up. I think that they had a plan to light that base up because it would look so sick if they had a light up in that base.
I hate that Ryu, though. I hate that Ryu.
Open mouth looks like poop, and it's terrible.
I love that statue, man. It looks so sick in person. I was surprised. I had the Ryu and I sent it back because it didn't fit right. There was all kinds of spacing issues.
Look at those toes, bro. Come on, man. Garbage.
Yep. Remy says, who's the sculpt? Is that Sosa?
Yeah.
Garbage. I don't care who it is. Garbage.
I'm telling you, man. The quality, you gotta see it. The quality is there.
When you
except for on the base, I wouldn't say the quality is there. On the rope part of it, it looks nice, but like the lava effect it was a little lazy. But the body, the way they did the body and the musculature, it's perfect Akuma. I'm very happy with it.
What size
like
is it?
macro shots, man. When you're taking macro shots like this,
Oh
like,
yeah, it doesn't look like that in person at all.
like when you're taking shots like this and you're this close and it's still holding up, that's how you know they did a really good job. Man,
Yeah, because my problem with the Ryu, it had that plasticky look like freaking Prime 1 when they do most of their translucent resin. It looked like it was plastic, and some of the sideshow Star Wars PFs I've been seeing, it looks like Hot Toys, and I was a little worried I was going to cancel this order, but I'm glad I kept it because it ended up looking. They did the paint real thick on there, so it just makes it pop. It looks really good. I was impressed.
All right, let's talk about this. What do you guys think of this?
Too expensive, but I called the price. I knew it would be that much.
What you
is
call
the
it?
price?
It's like 25 to 3,000 depending on your shipping.
Well, I called 2,500. I didn't.
What
I don't know.
scale
I
is
was
it?
close.
It's
1/6.
1/6. It's 25 inches tall. It's around 20 inches all the way around, like almost 21 to 20 inches.
No.
Looks too
What do you think?
cluttered.
The fact that it doesn't have the Riddler in it, bro. No way. Can't get it.
Why?
It has the Riddler, doesn't
The
it?
Riddler is the make or break for you. The Riddler?
Oh, the Riddler's not there, huh?
No, the Riddler's not there. So wait, hold on. Why is the Riddler make or break for you, Fate?
Well, if you're spending that kind of money, I want all the characters that I like. And
I'd
would
like the
replace
Croc there, too.
Clayface over. I would replace Clayface and put Riddler in there, man.
You put Riddler in there? Well, there's no Killer Croc. I don't know.
Yeah, but come on, he don't have to be there. But to me, top tier guys, the Riddler has to be. Yeah, I'll put him exactly where Clayface is. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I like where Man-Bat is though. He's like perfect.
If it were, I think $1,500, I would have been in.
I think so too. I think $1,500. I would have pre-ordered it, but the rumor is it's going to be available at New York Comic Con, and there might be easier shipping than having to go through someone at the
I would
show.
like to see that too. So
yeah, and it's going to be painted, I believe. And I
I
think
want to see this painted.
there's going to be two versions. It's going to be all painted, or it's going to be Batman painted, and these guys are going to be like a smoky, like smoky smoke type of like a dream like thing because it's supposed to be Batman's mind of him and his enemies. So I think I'd rather have it all painted out. But
right?
my question is, there's a lot of smooth pieces on like there's no texture on some of these pieces. Like if you look at the actual scope.
well, overall, it is a wonderful piece. I mean, I know I said no, but for me, I need Riddler in there. But the piece itself, for what it is it's great.
Yeah.
Fate, don't you feel that it's like too cluttered? Like it's like really tight, man. Like those pieces
No,
in there.
I can see this on a comic book cover though, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's from a comic book cover, isn't it? A David Finch?
Yeah, David Finch. I think he did it. Yeah. Or is it a variant?
No, I think I don't know if he actually made the cover of this, but he did the artwork. He did the
concept.
He did the concept. Yeah.
I think he's signing it too. I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
I like the penguin, man. 'Cause I haven't seen a good penguin in it's forever.
Yeah. I don't think Sideshow ever did one, did they?
No, I've been waiting years.
Dude, keep waiting.
I think someone from
that's gonna be a while.
I think someone not from Sideshow. Someone from XM was posting somewhere that this is going to be the beginning of a new line that they're doing. So there might be other types of dioramas like this. So that's very interesting. But I think the price is too much.
Well, I don't know. It's legit. It stops you from buying like 17 different pieces. You know what I'm saying? So you're probably going to end up. That's the cheaper route. $2,500 one shot or.
But how many pieces are there? Was that like 12 pieces? I haven't counted.
It's 12 characters, but the thing is, it only takes up one PF space basically. So I guess that's a pro and a con.
Well, I look at my death dealer on Horse. He's bigger than that whole thing, and he costed $800 ship when I got him.
Yo, but when it comes to sculpting, it's about the characters. It's not. If you have like dioramas, like you can't. It's not cheap.
No,
like,
they're not.
You have to make a lot. It's not about the size or whatever. Like size is easier. If you think about the horse, like think about the like how like it's a lot easier to sculpt one horse and then expand it bigger than it is to sculpt 12 different characters.
Yeah, but that wasn't expanded. That was hand sculpted.
Well, it's the same thing though, right? Like you make it once, you're making one thing instead of having to worry about different things that you have to bring together.
Well, they put a cast around it when it's hand sculpted, and then they fill it in with a different material, right? And
No, I'm saying the sculpting process. That's like when you're sculpting different characters. It's not about the size of the thing, right? It's about like how much detail you have to put into each and every.
Yeah. If you're doing all that digital stuff, of course, it's going to cost more money. The higher def it is, you could choose to be lazy on certain parts of it and save money. But if you go high def on everything, it's going to cost a lot of money, especially making that many pieces.
I'm glad you did that, man, because I couldn't see the separation with Batman's gloves. Looked like he didn't have any gloves on in the other picture.
Yeah, I need to see it painted. That's going to be your make or break.
I mean, that thing looks amazing. That thing is crazy.
I think it looks like I think it'd be a really good art print to put on your wall. As a statue, though, I don't know.
No, I wouldn't pay $2,500 for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a big. I mean, that's when it comes. That's when we go back to the old point. Should they start listening to the people that are buying this stuff? You know what I mean? Wasn't it supposed to be an exclusive to that con?
No, they're just exclusively selling 150 at that con.
At that con.
Yeah.
So what are they? I thought. So what are they doing at New York then?
They're bringing more. They're just allocating 150 for only San Diego, Singapore.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna allocate like another 50 or 100 to New York.
Yeah, they might give them like a little certificate from each event. Who knows?
So if you don't pre-order at New York, are you shit out of luck, or what?
No, I'm not sure. Actually, I have no idea. I don't want to say something I don't know. But I know they're allocating 150 for Singapore.
At $2,500, I'm sure you'll be able to find one.
Yeah. Well, that's what I figured. That was my thinking was they only had 150 and it was a con exclusive, and then they couldn't sell out, so they're like, all right, it's gonna be at New York now, guys. I doubt that many people actually pre-ordered this.
You'll be surprised, dude. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, there's plenty of people with money to throw away like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
And some deep pockets in Asia for sure.
Yeah.
See some of those guys' caves, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, caves made out of glass. 3-inch glass.
Somebody got wads of money.
It's definitely a hype piece. So, like, yeah, if you had like unlimited cash, then yeah, of course, get it for sure.
Oh yeah, somebody's buying 2 of them, I'm sure.
But if you're full scale,
yeah, I agree. This is because 1/6 you can't have a lot of texture. If they don't paint this properly, it's gonna look like that Deadpool. You know, the one that Zionart made, the one that's on the phone, where you see like a bunch of colors thrown in. That's what. Yeah. If they don't paint it properly.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of this Red Hulk?
I think that was hand sculpted, right, by Aaron Ray Perez.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think the head sculpt is amazing, but the abs look like, where are they? Something happened in stomach area.
He's bloated.
Let me see.
No, I see he's like mini abs. I don't know. I like the green Hulk better.
Pull it up, Tim. Pull it up.
Yeah,
the arrows.
That thing it looks amazing to me, but they said they oversized it, right? It's not going to be that big, actually. I remember hearing that somewhere.
It's more like looks more like a 1/3. It's huge.
Yeah, I think they said it was a little over a 1/3. Where was I hearing that? I was watching one of these shows.
Yeah, I heard the same thing, and it did look huge. Someone put their fist next to this guy, and it was this fist. His hand was bigger than someone's fist. It's ridiculous, but
I see what Fate's saying about the abs too. They look a little abnormal, no pun intended.
I think Aaron Ray Perez does really intricate sculpts. It's seriously hard to believe that this is hand sculpted, especially when you look at the pants. Like, look at the pants. That's 100% hand sculpted. That's pretty
He did a good
ridiculous.
job.
Yeah, he's a good sculptor, man. He's definitely a good
I
sculptor.
just think he tries to put his style so much into the piece that it ends up looking like a wrinkly avocado. Like like I'm serious. Look at the way so many wrinkles. Like you don't need
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But look, hey,
just,
hey, Tim, can you pull up the one where it's Henry Perez and the Hulk's face kind of look alike, man? You see that?
he just wrinkles them for
Which
no
one?
reason. Like
There's a picture with the artist and the Hulk, like face to face. It's identical, like he kind of sculpted himself into the Red Hulk.
I don't think I have it.
Hey Omar, do you know anything about those Kumas? I have his gi. It snaps together, right?
yeah.
And the back part of the gi, it has a hole where you can see through it. If you hold it up, there's just like a straight hole right through where the belt is. And I'm wondering if that's a common thing in the sculpt. Like I wanted to complain about it, but there's a hole like straight through the back of the gi where his belt goes on. And
You show it?
there's two. Hold on. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. I'll just post it on Immortalized in Stone. You can see a hole through the back of it, like a very thin hole, like a pinhole, but you can see it, you know. So I was gonna say, all right, well, am I gonna get a replacement? But if everybody has a hole in the back of theirs, then I don't care. But
I don't own it. I want to buy it. If I end up buying it, I'll definitely let you know by next week.
I mean, but realistically, I can't tell when it's displayed. It's in the back and it snaps together. But at the same time, if God forbid I have had to get rid of it, which I don't plan on, then I'd have to mention it to somebody. So I'm just curious if that's normal or not, which apparently you don't know. But one thing I got to bring up is their prints. They just throw their prints in there with no folder, nothing. They just throw them in there. That's the second time that I got the review, and I said, you know what? One thing you guys can improve on is maybe getting a folder for your prints and like so they stay flat when they get to the buyers. They didn't listen to anything. They sent me this. This one is just because here's the styrofoam. It's got all these lumps. It's like curb. So my print just comes like, you know,
I hate that.
smashed in there. Yeah. So I'm gonna contact them about the print and the hole and see what they say about it.
I have to send you another one. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean the holes
though, eh? Like they look really nice.
Yeah, I've always liked prints. I'm a big art collector, so like you know, I always like a little extra. People used to complain about the sideshow prints, but I thought it was a cool bonus to have.
What do you see? Oh, go ahead. Never mind.
I was gonna ask Mike if he collects posters or just sketches.
Just posters and prints, and I have some original art, but nothing like spectacular. No, like you know.
You have any Tyler Stout?
Tyler Stout? No, I don't.
There's plenty of artists, man.
I have like every single Jim Lee poster he's ever created. A lot of the old Marvel Press posters, McFarlane's, and I got a lot of old prints. You know, I collect all kinds of. Man, I have 100 posters at least that I've collected of, and I try to find ones that have no damage on them. It's crazy because I try to find one that I can display and then have one that I can put away just because it's like an OCD kind of thing.
It's like you're collecting comics.
Yeah.
I want to read and stash one.
Yeah, the same way,
I'm kind of worried about XM. Sorry to cut you off. I'm kind of worried about XM 1/6 pieces, and I'm worried about that if they ever come out with that diorama. I'm not feeling some of the 1/6 like this one. It kind of looks bad.
They just can't paint, man. I'm telling you, they keep using these painters that never painted in their life, like that. Like the owners of the companies are the ones that paint. Like I don't know why they do that. Like you just send it to a master, let him do it. This would look so much better. Like, look at the blue.
It looks so bad.
But Tweeterhead's killing it, right? With their classic line. I think, as far as the sculpts go, I haven't seen one in person. But Tweeterhead, they've been knocking it out the park with their sculpts, I think.
They hire a professional, and the sculptor is actually the painter as well. The guy that sculpts it, he's the one that paints it as well. He's really talented. I don't know, I forgot his name, but they definitely don't do it themselves like XM does. Like look at that red.
It's all one color. Yeah, it's just all one color.
Oh, Omar, what are you saying? Like the XM bosses are painting the statues? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like the owners.
Really?
Yeah, like Ben Ang and Ang Sang. Those two, they're the ones that paint these.
Get out of here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so It's like you're
So you
paying
fall
so
for that?
much. Pay another like $600-700. Let somebody master paint it for you.
Yeah, you got the SSO. You know that guy, that painter SSO.
Yeah, that guy's
He's really, yeah, he's sick, man. And he's right there. I think he's in Korea because I hit him up once and he was just too expensive, man. But
that guy's a
he's
monster.
right there in Korea, man. It's not that far from Singapore.
Look,
Yeah,
even
he's good. He's good, man. He's good.
if you look at the ones that they didn't paint, like look at that alien. That alien is not their work. the the Predator is also not their work. They didn't paint that one. Like
Right.
you could see there's a completely different level in terms of sophistication in the application.
Well, there's people that have, you know, gone to school for years in order to learn how to get other people to replicate, you know, their whatever they create. They need to let people know how to replicate it. And certain people don't know how to do it. They're like, yeah, my paint job is badass, but how do I explain it to the average guy in the factory to reproduce it for me, you know?
Yeah.
And some people don't get that. Yeah.
Well, painting is like drawing, man. It's all inspirational and it's all artistic. If you don't have the what's that the way to do it, you're not gonna be able to paint or draw the art. You know what I mean? What's that word I was looking for? Like when you just know how to draw without having being taught or anything like that.
Yeah, that's just,
you know what I mean? Like if you don't know how to paint,
just,
you don't know how to draw, it's gonna come out butt. You know, you gotta know.
I mean, they're decent. They're decent. Like I mean, you can't say that like anybody regular can paint like them. They obviously know what they're doing. It's just they're not as good as master painters. You know, like these guys are art directors. They're fun. They're running the whole company. You know, you're not as good as somebody who literally just paints for his life. You know.
well, you can be. You could be better than that person. You could, you know, say one of Sideshow's employees, you and him, you know, you go to a contest, you guys both paint a statue, you do a better job. Doesn't mean that you're going to be able to translate that to the factory the way that this guy's been trained to translate it. Like you can make one masterpiece, but you're not going to know how to tell the factory how to replicate your work. It's a layout. It's like a mathematical equation. They need to know the formula, and it needs to be simplified for people that are getting paid who knows how much an hour working in a factory to do this kind of work for hours and hours at a time. So it's not as simple as just, all right, this looks badass, but can they replicate it? That becomes an issue. Sometimes
the thing is that the higher standard you set, the better the factory will do. Okay, if you give, that's why when people say things like XM pieces are just as good, like the production pieces are just as good as the prototypes. Well, the prototypes are painted by somebody who's not a pro, you know? So of course they're gonna be just as good because the guy who's painting at factory probably knows just as much as that guy, like who painted the prototype, right? But with Sideshow, they set the bar so high that even if the factory meets 70%, it's still better than like a piece from XM. Even though XM quality is much better than Sideshow's, in my opinion. The quality for XM is fantastic, but
it also comes into, can they translate the formula properly? And if they can't, then there's going to be all kinds of mistakes, and they're going to get QC issues. People, they don't understand how to do it.
QC is just them not paying enough. That's the issue. Like XM,
yeah, if they get cheap too, they're going to get disgruntled workers, and they're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm getting $10 an hour or whatever it is.
XM margins are definitely a lot lower than Sideshow's, because Sideshow, they don't pay a lot for their money. Like XM definitely pays a lot more, if not double, like what Sideshow pays. So the margins are definitely not as good. So,
but do you know that for sure that they pay double?
I know 100% that XM pays a lot more than Sideshow, like 100%. Even though like they run that whole factory, they still pay a lot more. You're talking like $300, like $250 to $300 a piece. Sideshow pays like $50.
Because they're such big business. They're like the Walmart. They just buy a giant amount of warehouses and workers.
They tell them, like, if you want 4,000 pieces made, you have to give us $50 a piece.
But Sideshow knocks it out of the park sometimes. It's hit and miss with Sideshow.
Yeah, it's I mean, I feel like Sideshow knocks it out of the park more than they mess up. I feel like XM is consistently top-notch quality, but again, if the quality begins low, the standard that the factory workers have to meet is lower than what Sideshow presents. You know, like there's nobody that can copy what Casey Love can do. You know, like that guy is a master. That's his job. But if you do 70% of what he does, it's better than 100% XM can do.
Speaking about XM, Joe, when you left, I was looking at all your statues behind you and how you have everything set up, bro. You got everything in studs? Your shelves?
Oh yeah, dude, those things are heavy.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Dude, one day I came
Yeah,
home
yeah.
and those I have the Vulture and Electro on one shelf because I have them like kind of uneven.
Okay.
So it's like two up here, the main one, the Spider-Man and the Venom right in the middle.
So why'd you do that? Why'd you decide to go uneven?
Just like, you know, like you ever seen like some statues where the guys like they put one on the platform, give them a little bit of a rise so they can stand out a little bit.
Yep.
Something like that, you know.
Nice. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out like what to do with all these XM boxes, but right now I'm using them as like shelves and like kind of designer shelves kind of deal, and it's working out pretty good.
Nice. Do you don't have an attic or something like that?
Yeah, dude, that's full already. You know, from like some fan art boxes and stuff like that. I got no more space up there, so I'm trying to figure out like how to utilize these XM boxes because you know they're pretty cool. You know, the design it's all in black, so I'm trying to figure out how to do like a custom shelving with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And still use them like for. Watch, I'll show you how I have them right now.
Oh,
That's the thing I love about those boxes is they can hold crazy amounts of weight.
Uh-oh, we might lose them.
What do you guys think of this? I think this is the best Superman I've ever seen.
I think we lost him.
Oh.
I don't know about that face.
You don't think?
I think it's a good Kingdom Come Superman, but Kingdom Come's not really my cup of tea. I like an in-between, like a in-between 52 and Kingdom Come, kind of like Sideshow did. I think Sideshow knocked it out.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with these boxes, man.
I really like the anatomy on this.
We lost you when you picked up your iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the basement. I'll send some pictures, man, next time.
Nice.
I think the anatomy on this Superman is ridiculous. I think it's so nice.
They reissued that though. I'd be so pissed off if I was the first guy. Like, oh, we didn't get the size right. Now we got the size right the second time.
Sosa's a scumbag, dude. Like he's even like he's in the back. It says that there's a license from 2014. Like that he's selling that kit as if it's licensed, but it's not. Well, I don't think it's very unbelievable that it is still licensed.
Who's a scumbag again?
Don't say that. You know what I think is uncalled for is this. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know.
Is that fan art or somebody actually put that out?
No, that's fan art.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean, if they care enough to spin it around and look at it, then whatever.
Yeah.
Whoever gets them off.
I guess that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird, all right, but you know, there's a lot of weird people in the world.
Yep. I'm not gonna argue about that. Oh shit.
So have we finished with XM or not yet?
You got something else you guys want to talk about? We could. The piece that I didn't talk about.
Yo, Tim.
Yeah.
That Patient Zero of yours, the maquette, like the premium format.
Yeah.
Like one of the best factory jobs.
Hold on.
Sacho has ever put out.
I so want that bust, man. I'm still looking for it.
Here it is, right here. I like the colors, bro. Like I didn't like when I took the picture of this. I just put the like white lights on it. I'm like, look at his like rib cage and his head. It looks like flesh. I'm like, what?
No, not the bust. I'm talking about the premium format.
I know.
The premium format, the paint job on the premium format, in my opinion, is better than the bust. I've had both.
No way, bro. I don't know, man.
Bro, look at the skull on the premium format. Just look at the skull.
It's nice. I don't disagree with you. It's really nice. The
Kuma bust from Pop Culture Shock. That thing is freaky looking in person, man. It's one of my favorite pieces.
I didn't like the eyes here. Like you can tell this is painted on. It doesn't look realistic.
Yeah, they overextend, but you know, it probably looks good from 2 feet away. That's what they were going for, I think. Especially if light's hitting it.
My wife's mom is here visiting. She's like, why did he get that? That thing is so ugly.
I love it, man. I need that thing. I need to buy it. I have. I'm not a big bust collector, but I have a few. Like I had the Deadpool bust. I sold that one. I liked it, but this wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. So now I've probably got like 6 or 7 life-size busts, but I like all the ones that I have.
What do you think is the best life-size? Oh, you said the Kuma.
Yeah, that's my. I've never stepped into like the $2,000 realm of some of those. Was it Elite Creatures and?
Oh, Elite Creatures, yeah.
Yeah, they get into some crazy stuff. But I mean,
expensive.
That Akuma, man, I bought, like, they had a sale going on. And I was about to buy it because I was looking for one for like over a year. I was ready to pay like $1,400 for one. Nobody would sell one. And then all of a sudden, Pop Culture Shock, they came out with some sale. They're like, oh, we're trying to get rid of some stuff. So I was like, oh, man, I bought freaking 3 of them because it was the same price that I was going to buy one of them for. And I was like, then I can just display it and throw it anywhere in any living room. That's just the way I saw it because I thought I was going to get one for that price. And there's certain pieces that I love, and I just like to have an extra one so I don't care about, because I don't know, I'll get a little weird if I only have one of them and I'm a collector and I don't want to mess something up.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
It's just my OCD, I guess. If I have like one of something that I love so much,
I'm like that too.
Yeah. It's tempting.
You have 2, then you're like, fuck it. Now I have one I can display and not, and just
exactly. I have one that I can keep perfect
and just leave the lights on all day and just rock it. Because the lights will shine on that thing for days. It's crazy.
Omar, what I like about this piece is the feet. The feet.
I agree. The feet. Everything about this piece is immaculate, in my opinion. It is one of the most perfect statues I've ever seen. Like, it's honestly ridiculous.
Yeah, and this is.
I like that one. I missed out on it. Damn.
The lighting is kind of bad here because it's just my lighting from my LED lights, but yeah, it's pretty sick.
You look at the skull on top; it looks like there's actual veins. Like, I wish you photographed the top of his head, like over here.
Yeah.
You can actually see like vein. Like it looks like veins are under the skin. It's so well painted, man. They did a phenomenal job on this. I can't believe you didn't go for the exclusive on this. How much you love zombies.
Well, you know why I like this? Because it's all one piece. The exclusive comes apart.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And he's holding a hand, right, or something.
Yeah, he's just holding a hand. I think this is.
I figured like if I was like a big zombie guy, this would be my favorite statue. And if this was my favorite statue, I would be buying the most perfect version of it.
Dude, I've packed up like 50 statues in the last 2 days. It's taken me hours and hours of I've been working like full. It's been like working 2 shifts. I put a bunch of stuff in storage and stuff, and trying to reorganize what I'm doing. Man, it stresses me out. I wouldn't want to be one of those factory workers packing freaking. I don't know how many statues they go through in a day, but if I do like 20 statues in a day, I'm like getting stressed out, man.
Yeah, but those little guys are strong, man. You ever seen them do the throw the boxes around?
Well, yeah. Well, that's different though. When it's your own stuff, you're like so worried about hitting something or breaking something. All you gotta do is fuck up for 1 second and stop thinking about it, and then you're like, "Damn, I just broke something in half."
Dude,
I'll do that. I'll start.
Why are you packing up your statues?
Oh man, it's just some personal stuff. Caught my girlfriend cheating on me and shit, and I got to move, and I'm just putting everything in storage, and I'm moving another house. It's just a big change, man.
Dude, one day at a time, bro. One day at a time.
Yeah, it's just life. What can I do? But it's like I'm like, man,
Yo,
now
you
I
should have
got.
kicked her out, man.
Yeah, but it's the children and stuff, and
Uh,
she has kids, and they're not my kids, and I don't want to put in, so I gotta just figure your life out, and but it's just such a pain in the ass, I'm getting bitched at trying to
Maybe you get a
pack all this
bigger
stuff up.
you get a bigger room now for your statues.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
for sure. That's
Look at the bright side.
yeah. She fucked up, and life moves on.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, isn't it?
But it sucks, and then I hear she's like bitching at me while I'm trying to pack up my Star Wars statues, and I fucking busted one of my Star Wars statues while I'm trying to do this. I'm like, can't deal with all this, man. I'm trying to pack too much stuff at once, and I just don't want to hear the drama while I'm doing it. And it's like, just leave me alone. Let me pack my shit and move on with my life.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Oh, thanks, man. But what can
Yo,
you
but
do?
you got your girls behind you, though, man.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man.
Scarlet Witch there, Rogue, Storm.
Yeah.
They'll never leave you.
It's all good, man. I've dealt with some bad people in the past. People show their true character after a while and then move on with life. What can you do? That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I want to know what Chris has behind him. There's like a white box. What the fuck? What is
It's a funny story, man. My pops
This is
hit me up
treadmill.
today. Nah, man, I was at work. My pops hit me up like, "Yo, I'm at the church, and like they're selling these Spawn action figures for $2 each." I was like, "What?" And they were all like mint in box. There's like, I don't know, just like 15 figures in there, like brand new inside the package, and the whole box was like $20. So I was
damn.
like, it's pretty dope stuff.
Hey, Chris, a question for you, man.
What's up, man?
I was watching Matt, the painter. He was talking, doing one of his paint jobs,
Right.
reviewing the statue, and he's like, he mentioned your name, that he's got a couple statues of yours that hasn't gotten to it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Matt?
Matt Mrozik?
Yeah. Is that coming through, or are you
He
is he still
actually,
behind?
let me see. He just finished my Wolverine. I can show you pictures.
Bro, it looks the exact same as the factory paint, man.
Nah, it doesn't, bro. You bugging.
No, Matt's a good painter, man.
Bro, it looks the exact same.
Nah,
Actually, the face. The face looks better. I agree with that.
the shoulder pads, everything is a step up, man. The base. I'll show you guys.
That was a kit you sent him? Two
Yeah,
kits? A couple kits?
yeah. I sent him a kit. Yeah. Can y'all see what I'm seeing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like the finished paint job.
That's it? Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, man. He
That
did
is
his thing, man.
dope.
I waited a long time for this to be done, so
That's one statue I was
Dude,
How come you didn't
pissed at
smooth
myself for skipping on.
this line?
yeah. What'd you say, Omar?
This out.
Huh?
Like, how come he didn't? This part, like in his arm,
Let me take a look at you. What you saying?
His bicep.
like his bicep area, like where it cuts here.
Yeah.
Look at your thing. He didn't smooth it out.
What do you mean, the seam?
It's a line.
It's part of the sculpt. That's how it was on the factory too.
Nah, it was not.
Yeah, bro.
No chance. I would have
Son,
framed the video.
That's the only piece I ever displayed, the factory version of this statue. The only piece.
I'm gonna check my video right now.
Yo, I like it, man. It's dope. It's pretty
Did
accurate.
he redo the base too, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it all came as a kit. You know what I mean? Everything
okay.
was like white. He had to sand everything, prime everything. I'm happy with it, man.
Was this printed by Onage?
Yeah.
Was?
Yeah. This was, I feel like this is the piece that kind of put Sosa on the map for a lot of people that weren't collecting like the old school Bowen and Kotobukiya shit.
Yeah.
So how many portraits are there? Are there 4?
Yeah, 2 of them that came with the piece, and then 2 that I like, 2 customs for a custom.
Yeah.
Sculpted by Alvaro Stuardo, which is that one with the cigar.
No, that one's bad. I like that one.
Yeah, and then that one.
I like all of them.
Yeah, they all look
They
good,
all
for
look
sure,
good.
man. Congrats, man. That's
Appreciate it, man.
that's cool.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
gotten a
I
piece in
regret
so long.
not getting that one.
Oh yeah, you had a chance to scoop it up for retail. Or
Yeah, I did.
something? Shit.
Yeah,
Dude, you should have got it, man.
I should have. I should have done a lot of things, but that's life.
I'm not keen on. I'm not keen on kits, man, because it's hard finding a good painter, and then there's all the delays with getting on their schedule.
Yeah.
But you know, certain painters just make that pop, man. Certain guys.
That's definitely where I've been. Like, that's kind of where I differ from everybody else on the panel. Like, I don't buy any sideshow. I'm done buying XM. Like, I kind of just focus my money on buying kits that I wanted, and just, it's tedious and it sucks having to wait. But I think the end result, it kind of pays off. Some cat,
Dude, I agree, man. Look at that face, man. That right
yeah,
there,
man.
that is dope.
Yeah, thanks, yo.
That
Some
is
cat
like,
just offered me 6,500 for this thing, man.
Jesus.
yo, sell it and get 2 more, man. 2 more
Nah.
shots.
Yeah, I should have told the dude. I was
Murder.
like, dude, some of these pieces mean more to me than money, man. I've been, my collection is not big at all. I have like 9 pieces in total, and I love every single one of them. So I'm good right now.
Hey guys, what's the end limit on pieces? Does everybody have like a number in their head that I won't go past this number, or is it like endless?
Yeah,
Number of pieces or money spent?
I thought I had one.
It's endless.
Nah, like what's your top?
Mine
10
was
pieces,
100.
20 pieces, 30 pieces.
I was at 100, but I surpassed that. So my number screw me over. And,
I think too many pieces just clutters everything, man.
It
It's
does.
Like, you want to
It
streamline that, like a good set of like a X-Men team or the Avengers team, and then like top it out at that, and just keep
Especially-
replacing those if a new one comes out. Like if it tops the other one, then you
Right.
replace it.
I think that makes for the cleanest setups, man. Because I see dudes. I mean, everybody collects their own shit, but when I see like X-Men mixed with fucking Final Fantasy, and then
Yeah,
you got Batman like right behind all of them, like there's no like organization. I think it looks a lot more classy when you have a theme,
Yeah.
you have a focus, and you could tell when somebody's focused in their collection, and it just shows off a lot better. I think it's something to be more proud of too. I don't know.
Yeah. I think when it's all together like that, they look more like toys than statues.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
pay attention to it, it's like it's all like you got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, X-Men, blah blah blah. It's all
Yeah.
they would look like toys when they take pictures of that stuff.
Yeah, you kind of
This-
take away from the individual piece, man.
You
Yeah,
have to
individual
orchestrate
Yo,
it
Michael's
correctly.
over here crying, dude.
What's
What's
that?
What's that?
Michael's over here like his feelings are hurt, dude.
No. Everybody collects
Nah.
displays their stuff.
My feelings aren't hurt. I love the way my setup is
That's all that matters.
because everything's placed in a certain place where you can see each part of the statue that I'm trying to show.
Yeah.
It's not just I don't just stick things and just shove them all together. I turn it to their best view of the statue, their best angle, and I group them together, a certain way. It's just, whatever makes you feel happy about it,
You got to
Yeah, for
focus
sure.
though. Look, on your left, you got the DC pieces. Then you got that Magneto section. Then you got X-Men underneath. I don't know, man.
Yeah, everything is, and like right here, I have Atlantis, Death
Yeah.
Dealer, and then Sonya holding up the head, and then I'll put Miss Marvel, Groot, and Rocket, and then I have Thanos, and then I have Phoenix. So it's like a cosmic with a death background,
Yeah.
So everything has a certain place that I want it, and I have like Batman. He's looking over, the dozen DC characters I have right over to the side of me, which 2 of them are missing at the time because I have them.
Nice.
But Batman's over up there. He's perched up on
damn.
which
Yeah, I
lights
see
up.
that.
It lights up underneath him too. So you
Nice.
turn the lights off, and it's got a light under that pedestal.
That looks pretty clean over there on that side.
So
It's like-
everything has but it's not my ideal room. And this, I've already taken. Like I had so many statues up here. This is I'm starting to organize things. I don't know if you could even see what I'm showing, but there was.
Yeah, it looks dope.
I took like 6 statues at least off this table. I want to put Thanos over here and do one good review before I get the fuck out of this place and move on. Because it sucks putting everything together, man. It's fucking
It's tedious.
Oh, dude, it just takes forever. You don't think you just want to bounce or go somewhere, and then you're like, damn, I gotta sit here and spend hours packing this shit up.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
and going back to your original question, is that's the problem with having too many statues. Is it tends to clutter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm gonna show y'all this collection, man. That
get a focus collection.
yeah. Every time this dude posts, man, like ah, let me see if I can find this thing, man. It looks so
That's not
clean.
even showing my living room. My living room ends up being the same way. It's just I'm gonna do a different. I'm not gonna use the packs and the bestas anymore. I'm gonna use a shelving unit where I can just which goes out about 16 inches, so I can just put groups of things and just put them on the studs, and I could fit because you got to be able to consolidate whatever room you have and fit as much as you can in there. Because when you run out of room, what's the fucking point in having more statues?
You
They're
gotta
just
start.
going to end up in storage. And,
Yeah, you gotta start selling.
Yeah,
mhm.
like check this out, man. I think that this is so clean, man. Like, and I'm not a fan of bestas, but if you're gonna display them, I feel like you got to do it like this, bro. One piece per cube. Every piece gets love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
that's
love
good,
that,
man.
yo. I
See, I don't
love it.
like that though. See, that's not my style. I like things grouped in weird. I like things different levels. Things, it's just like art. I don't think like things too,
Symmetric.
yeah, symmetric. That's the word. I'm like. I do like it for these prints right here. I like how they just go across here, and I can put all the but at the same time, I don't want to block the print. So each statue has to be placed in a certain place
Yeah.
where it doesn't block, the faces and the art. So it's not just I don't just randomly put shit places. It might look like that in a video, but if you saw it in person and you walked around, you could see a vision of everything. The best parts I try to make, the best parts visible of what I think the best angles of each statue.
Good luck packing that RCB Magneto back up in the box, dude.
Oh yeah, it's no problem. I've already done a few, like the Ares and the Athena were pretty hard for me. RH, which one? Yeah, XM ones are kind of a bitch because they have so many freaking parts to them. But at least
There's
they.
if you ever run into a problem, there's this I forgot this dude's name, man, but he has like this website up of a bunch of different pictures for like a bunch of statues, like almost every statue that you can imagine, where he takes a picture or he'll just get pictures from other people of like the styrofoam and where each piece goes out in each individual cutout. So if you ever need help, you know what I mean, look up
Yeah,
for that website.
each statue I've put away, I've taken a picture of the bottom of the base and
Okay.
one shot of
Yeah,
the.
I do the same, man. I take a picture, I film it where every piece is at, so in case I have to put shit back in the box, I'll just look at the
Nice.
pictures.
There's a few things I wanted to change about my collection. Anyway, I'm not gonna let some bullshit make me stop doing what I love. I'm just gonna keep trucking on.
How much for your Lobo dog?
Oh, my Lobo dog, he's not for sale.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Oh.
for sale.
You hitting them
I'm
up
a
already,
collector.
too?
I don't sell things unless I don't like them. If I like something, I'm not selling. Ray's for sale from Star Wars.
Oh, see, now you are selling.
Oh, things I don't like. I told you. If I like it, I'm not selling it. And I like almost every piece I have.
Yeah.
But Ray, I don't like her because she has a Hot Toys head, and I don't like Hot Toys.
Yo, this is the best custom statue I've ever seen.
Not doing a good job selling her. Huh? They're like, we don't want your fucking statue. I'm like, oh yeah, she looks like a Hot Toys. Anybody want to buy it? But some people like that, It's more realistic.
Is that the Sheridan Deuce Beast?
Yeah, dude, this piece is.
Yeah, it's definitely a good looking piece, man.
This is like.
I think it's a good. I think.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Besides the desk and everything, I think it's a really good beast.
Besides,
It's just not my.
including
It's not my beast. It's the only thing. I think it looks amazing. It's just everything about it except for the beast itself. I would switch it out with
You don't like the beast?
No, I like 90s and he needs to have his freaking swim shorts on.
His Speedos?
Yeah, Speedos, which I know is coming because Ego hinted at it on one of the live streams. He said, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to he said something about having the Speedos beast. So I know the Speedos beast is coming because Ego wouldn't have hinted on that if it wasn't coming.
Are those Superman head sculpts repainted?
Yeah.
Go to those.
Who is this, Soul?
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking animal, bro.
Nice.
Holy, look at that. Looks like a real person.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But what statue is that for?
It's
That's
a
Superman.
Yeah, for Sideshow.
Yeah.
Oh, for
I've seen
Sideshow?
that paint job before.
Yo, look
Oh,
at this Maddox Hulk. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's literally like this is I didn't even like this piece as much as I like the OG, but when I saw this paint app, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yo, I got the kit, man. Somebody just offered me 8.5 for the kit, son. I'm about to
Better
let that
throw
shit
it
go.
out.
Nah, I'm letting that one go.
Yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah.
8.5 for a kit? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I would sell it.
Yeah, man.
I would-
That one's going.
I'd ride my bicycle with it on my backpack next to their house. Hey, geez,
Yeah.
that thing- come on, man. The OG, even the what was it, like $4,000 for the? I don't know what things are going for nowadays. What was the gray version going for like 4Gs? That's crazy.
Like
Yeah.
10 grand now. Bro, I sold my Grey Hulk for 10 grand.
That's
It's insane, dude.
That's silly.
10
never.
grand, no fees, nothing. Literally like plus shipping, they pay for shit. Yeah, that those pieces are gone now. Like
I wouldn't even sell something like that to somebody unless it was in person. I think they're some kind of scam artist.
Mm-hmm.
this is the ugliest Hulk I've ever seen.
I don't know, man. I think it's nice, but it's just a little rough around the edges. That's why I don't like Troy McDevitt's work because it doesn't feel polished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Oh
I
man,
don't know,
his
that just looks extremely rough.
Troy
Whereas the Mad
McDevitt
X,
Atlantis from ARH, one of my
Uh.
favorite statues, man. I'm looking at it right now. I wish I had a better camera to show this thing. The paint job on that, it's just
Oh, this piece
amazing.
is so overrated.
I don't like the way he's leaning forward, but I do think it's a good Wolverine, though.
I don't
Was
like the
it-
shoulder pads.
Rao,
Literally looks like a midget.
I don't like the
ARH?
shoulder pads.
Well, he's not that tall. He's only
Hired a guy
5'3",
who's-
5'2".
Okay, but he's still not like
he's
this.
supposed
Like,
to be small, man.
Yeah. He's
yeah, but he's not
and
supposed
Jim-
to be this thick.
I might be butchering his name, but Jim Rowell or Rowell, I think something close to that. Jim Rowell, he did the ARH Atlantis and he did the Death Dealer and he did one other statue, but there's a clear difference in this master painter from anything ARH has ever produced. Clear difference. You can tell the difference between somebody that he hired, Jim Rowell or Rowell, however you pronounce it, knows how to paint. There's another statue. I wish I could remember it, but those two statues and the one that he did, all three of them had superior paint jobs to all of ARH's statues.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. I was talking to that dude John Allred, that painter on Facebook. I got a spot with him coming next year for a kit that I want to get painted by him. But we were just talking for a second, and he was just saying like, "Yo, there's really a bunch of gems out there that just get hidden underneath shitty ass paint jobs from factories, and a really good paint job can make something shine like big time."
And that's why I look at a lot of these things just like kits, man.
Yeah.
Like my ARH Aries, the paint job on that it's garbage. But that sculpt is amazing, man. One of my favorite sculpts of all time.
Yeah.
Strip that down, get a good painter on that. Thing's a masterpiece. Same with the ARH Athena. Both of those are done by Alex Ferreira, same dude that did the Medusa and a Cable, and Medusa from ARH, Cable from XM, and a few other pieces from XM.
See, look at that fucking
He did-
Juggernaut. That
That looks-
Juggernaut
And
is
there's
so
new
ugly.
Superman, which
Yeah,
I'm
it
not.
looks way too wet.
Yo, but with a good paint job, like look at the skin tones, bro. Like it looks way better than any of the other paint ups on that Juggernaut.
No, this looks great. I just don't like how rough it looks.
Yeah, that's
Why does
that
he
old
look
Holly
Looks
Wong
like
shit,
some
bro.
kid. I
Looks like he was
watched that
swimming.
all- Huh?
Looks like he just got out of the bath or something.
I don't know. That's what's
He's like prime one shiny.
A little too shiny, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
way
man.
too shiny.
It's not dude,
Mark
you're looking at the
Canal.
lifetime. Look at his
Martin Canal's sideshow version. Nobody's even gonna think about another Juggernaut. It's probably gonna be like $1,200 starting off.
Yeah.
That's a nice piece. I think this is a much better sculpt than the Wolverine, in my opinion.
No,
I think it's just a little bit more realistic.
I don't think so. I'd have to disagree.
Where you could pass that off as like a normal piece and not an MVC piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still
really
love
like
that
the
piece.
top part. I like the top part. I can't stand this leg part right here. Can you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't stand this part right here. It just
Uh,
looks so weird to me. But
I
the
still
top,
love sideshows.
the way like this arm is tucked in and this one's extended, just too good. This is
yeah.
one of his best sculpts in my opinion.
Matt's repainted that one too. I sent him my Cyclops, so it's gonna match the same blues and the same yellows that he just painted my Wolverine.
Nice.
Yeah.
It'd be a good pair to
Nice.
have.
You get worried
man.
that it might affect the value of your statue when you get repainted?
No, because to be honest, man, like I've held on to these pieces for a long time. I'm getting them repainted because I want them perfect for me. I'm not really worried about it, and I
So you're
mean,
not ever looking to sell anything?
no, not anytime soon. And that cat that offered me wild money for that Mad X Hulk and for the Wolverine I just got, and I told him straight from the jump. He was like, he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, congrats." We talked for a little bit. He was like, "Yo, you ever gonna sell?" And I was like, "Nah, unless it's like some outrageous price, like something
And what you
ridiculous."
said 8 G's, didn't you?
Yo, I no, I like I dead ass told him
That's
like,
not
"Yo,"
outrageous. Out of
I told him it's gonna be outrageous. Like, just forget it.
oh, you were saying that's what you were saying. Like
Yeah,
8
no, and I told him like it's gonna like you got to be rich to like pay the prices that I ask. And he's like, "All right, so what's a rich price for you, Chris?" And I threw out a number. He was like, he was with it. So I
Oh,
was
okay.
like,
So
"Oh shit."
he was with it. You should have went with that all day.
Nah,
You'd have
not for the
found,
wolf, man. But for the Mad X Hulk, I'm letting that go.
man, that Death Dealer. He's one of my favorite statues. I think that thing with the best paint job would be one of the best sculpts I've seen.
This is an amazing Wolverine right here.
Especially when you stripped it down, because I think a lot of the I don't know though, because I think the base they might have used a printer for the base, and it's a low resolution.
Yeah,
Bro, all of it is printed, dude. None of it is hand sculpted. That
What?
is printed, 100%.
No, it's not. I watched the dude sculpt it. He sculpted out of
He
clay.
sculpted maybe the Foley. The
No,
Foley.
he sculpted the horse, the body, everything. It was all sculpted, hand sculpted. The base, I think even the base was. There's just certain elements to the base that were added on there. But I know I watched it. Aaron Bernhardt, I think that's how you pronounce it. Bernhardt. He did the medieval Spawn, the 6 scale for McFarlane Toys and stuff. 6 scale statue. I don't know if you guys seen that statue.
yeah,
But that dude's got mad skills, man.
yeah, man.
His first digital sculpt was the Minotaur for ARH, and he'd never even done a digital sculpt before that. And that thing wasn't bad, man. It was pretty fucking good for your first spin at it. And he did the Death Dealer straight by hand. That was traditional sculpt. I don't know if it was wax or if it was clay, but I know for a fact he did that traditionally. And you can tell when you look at it. He studied the musculature of the horses. He went to ranches and did all kinds of shit, you know. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got,
That Wolverine is crazy, dude. That whole line that he has of Wolverines, like the
This
Weapon X.
Wolverine is
oh,
ridiculous.
those are all badass, man.
Those are expensive, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they better be badass for $2,000, right?
And for a kit, then you got to get it painted.
yeah. I mean, listen, if you're gonna focus your collection and you're not gonna buy every sideshow piece that comes out, you're not gonna pre-order every XM fucking statue at every STG CCC. You know what? Go for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
no
you got the
doubt.
funds for it
I
and
don't
you're
know.
focused and you know you're gonna keep it, don't settle for but you know what? Sideshow is cheaper. If you like a piece and you're gonna stay focused, do it.
But I don't necessarily think that more expensive is better. I've
No.
seen pieces that were
No, it's the art design, man. Those pieces just like pop out, man. Like,
Yeah.
and they're
those look
big, man.
badass.
That I don't know if you ever seen the pictures of that guy Wachowski or something like that in like Poland, and he's reviewed like 2 of them. He's got
Oh,
the
like he be
Weapon
coming
X
out with
and
the crazy clear pictures.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like 2 of those pieces and reviewed them. Whoa, man!
Yeah,
Everything just fits. I think they're all printed by Onage,
Yeah, they are.
and he gets them painted, man. I think Carlos Frazia paints those, and he's good too. He's good.
Yeah, man. That cat is I actually just added him as a friend like a month ago once he started posting pictures, man. He takes some good
Where-
shots.
Yeah, he
Whoever
does.
that
You even got the one with that saber tooth. You see that new saber tooth?
Yeah, yeah, it looks good.
He's got that. Yeah, I passed on that. It's too expensive.
whoever that Jim Rowell or Rowell, he hired him for. I know I'm butchering his name probably, but that guy needs to get hired by Sideshow because every piece I've ever seen them create from a factory that he's done the master paint for has turned out phenomenal. And I'm just
What's his name again?
Jim Rowell, I think. Rowell or Rowell.
That sounds familiar.
They don't commission painters, so
He did the Death Dealer and he did the Atlantis and he did one other. I can't remember what the third one was for ARH. And when they hired him, I saw a clear difference between Araham doing the master painting and him, because Araham, he's a good painter, but he can only he's really good at painting, but when he asked the factories to replicate it, he's not as good at doing it because maybe he didn't go to art school or he doesn't know how to print it out for him properly. You could just tell when people know how to do it properly because they cannot mimic what they did.
Yeah. Yo, Omar.
this is the biggest piece of trash I've
Bro,
ever.
I was gonna say like he shouldn't have even touched that piece, bro. That piece don't deserve his paint job. That's crazy.
Bro,
Thanos is dookie.
this is what is this piece?
Yo, zoom in on the Thanos face, bro, please. Oh my god.
Yo, I never understood that character, Quasar. What's his
Oh,
deal,
what
man?
is
I didn't even never read anything from him.
Piece
Bro,
of shit.
this piece is trash. Holy, I don't know how he even managed to save it just a little bit.
Hey, you gotta watch out for that word trash, man. It's like
Nah,
think
yo,
Jim-
this
Jim
shit is
Hit-
trash.
Jim
One's
and the
nice.
Manimal, they called the Muppet Baby omnibus trash, and they were getting all kinds of hate mail.
Nah, yo.
Bro, I
that-
don't do this
One
social
man's
media
trash,
stuff.
another
I'm
person's
kidding, I'm
treasure.
kidding.
Dude, look at his abs. What kind of pose is that? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yo,
it, look,
who commissioned
Right.
that? Was that
It looks-
Bushy?
it looks
That's
old.
Bushy, dude.
That's
Dude,
Bushy, right?
commissioned Beast, and then he struck gold, and then all his other stuff apparently is grails.
He look like Captain Planet, bro. What the fuck?
Dude, it looks
Yeah.
terrible.
It looks like something that came out like 10 years ago or something.
This
Nah,
is
that really is
Really?
trash though.
Or before
Bro.
that?
look at the
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
The store is trash too.
The Thor is better than that fucking Thanos, son.
Yeah, that Thor is a
It
little
has,
bit
it has
better.
a little more
Yeah.
character, but at the end of the day, it's still pretty.
It looks weird.
Bro,
Is that who did that? Sheridan Deuce?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
it's amazing to me how someone could sculpt Beast and then they sculpt this. What is this?
Well, yeah,
Yo,
humans
he's the god of thunder, man. He's angry.
humans are a little bit harder to get right than a beast. You know what I mean? Like an animal or something.
Nah, the Thor doesn't look that bad. Like, it's
No, it
something-
doesn't. It's pretty. It's not that bad. I've seen
Yeah.
worse Thors.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
looks like a $2,000 piece because that's what it costs.
Really?
No,
Nah,
I wouldn't
not
pay
that
for
much.
Get the kit and the paint job. That's $2,000. Look at that paint job. Jeez, he literally saved this piece.
Nah, he did.
You guys should have seen the other paint jobs I've seen on this. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You're looking at this now and you're like, holy, looks decent. But that's because it's this guy that's painting it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like a good paint job, like on a really shitty piece, it'll look completely different, dude. Completely different.
But when he can't even save the Captain Marvel one, that's how you know. I wouldn't even take that piece for free. Not even kidding.
Yeah. Nah, that's a fact.
And the Sideshow Captain Marvel has a nice paint job on it.
Oh, Sideshow Captain Marvel is
I can't see anything wrong with it.
in the past 3 years.
The Atlantis from ARH, man, I'm telling you, out of all my pieces, that has one of the best paint jobs out of every single one.
Where
It
do you
has
rank-
this moss.
Where do you rank the Akuma, the prototypes Akuma, in terms of paint jobs? 'Cause I really want one. I'm thinking of getting one.
Doesn't look bad in pictures, man.
The base, the paint job is not good. The body, excellent. The face, excellent. The musculature, the gi, I would give it probably like an 8. The body, I'd give like a 10. The gi, an 8. The base, a 6. I'd say overall the sculpt is a 10. I think it's a perfect sculpt.
Yo, Omar, keep that picture up.
Oh wow! I just closed it. 1 second.
My bad. Did
But
they
the
fix the
base-
seam on the Hulk? Is that what they did with that picture?
I'll check right now.
I like that portrait. I
That's
like
awesome.
I like that.
I've always liked that statue.
I love the pose on it. I think the pose is fantastic.
I hate that fucking pose, man. Nah,
He's
that
a
ass.
little-
You can't see how big and I mean you can from the sculpt. You know what I mean?
Pablo Vigiano's done some sick shit though. You gotta admit over the years.
Yeah. Yo, Omar, you know Andy Burkholz sculpted that shit?
And
Which
the
one?
pose?
Not
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
You
he
mean
sculpted that.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's Pablo.
Nah, man.
Yeah, it is. Pablo Vigiano.
Google it. Google it.
Which one? This Hulk right here?
Yeah, that
One
one.
that I'm showing right now.
I'm telling you, brother.
I like the portrait a lot on that one. Like the regular.
Oh.
I like the exclusive portrait.
Nah, I don't care about the
Nah, bro.
recycle.
Look, I'm looking at it right now. Artists. Design was Chris Anka. Design was Andy Burkholz. Sculpt was Andy Burkholz. And I guess Pablo Vigiano. I guess it was like a dual attempt. But
Oh, he did the sculpt. He did the sculpt.
nah, man. I'm telling you, Andy Burkholz sculpted
Baloney.
the first original Hulk premium format for Sideshow.
I know he did. But he did not sculpt that one. I could tell by the sculpt itself.
Dude, it says it on the website, bro.
He designed it. All right.
Dude, it says Pablo Vigiano sculpt, Andy Burkholz.
Yep. Yeah.
And then Andy Burkholz sculpt too.
So who sculpted the base?
So
and
who knows? I don't know. Well, sorry. I guess we're both right and we're both wrong. So we'll just agree.
I don't know. That shit. Hulk gotta be standing big.
But
man.
look
He's
at the-
stretched out.
Look at the musculature though. That looks like a Pablo sculpt. It doesn't look like an Andy Burkholz. It's-
Yeah.
It might have been Andy that did like the skin texture because he does this. He does this all the
Yeah.
time. The skin where it looks like it's really dry. I love it, dude. I think this is a pose that's very conservative. Like it allows you to shows the size, but it also does not hog space, you know?
It's so confusing when they put all these sculptors in there too, because then you don't know who did the face, who did the body, who did the base.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, God, I wish I could remember the guy's name. He would do all those sick ass bases, like the he's always there with Martin Canal. He did and with Pablo, he did the Doom base, his throne, the first throne he did. He did that Batman base, and he just did bases. So
Somebody just cleared it up in the comments actually. So Andy sculpted the body per his Instagram. You can see it on there. Somebody just commented on YouTube.
And what did Pablo do?
I don't know.
He did the hair.
He did the hair.
Who knows? They put too many artists on there. Because I
Yeah.
remember before it was just Pablo was on there. So,
Yo, is Mad X still making commissions or he's out of the game?
He's making Loki right now.
Oh, the Loki on the Throne? I thought that was
Yeah.
out. Was that out? I
Nah.
saw somebody's picture with that already. Or was that his?
Nah, it's probably his.
That's a dope piece.
Yo, Andy ended up scamming a lot of people, eh? I don't know if you see
Yeah, man. Yeah, I heard that.
Who?
Andy
Burkholz.
Burkholz.
He ended up like making like these like silverback gorilla sculpts, which look amazing to be honest. Like can't even lie, that gorilla looks so alive. And then he ended up not delivering to anybody. He sold like a bunch of them, and then
Matter of fact, the dude that cleared that up in the comments about Andy sculpting the body, I'm pretty sure he got scammed too. He ordered something off of Andy's website. He never got it. That's
Yeah,
my
man.
man Sonu.
Yeah,
my
we
next
gotta-
room, man.
Yeah, he said he paid for Magneto and never got it.
Magnet, I think, not Magneto.
Oh, Magnet. My bad. I'm getting tired.
Oh, okay. A magnet. He paid for a magnet, never got it. Go get one at the fucking store, all right? You lazy bastard. I'm kidding, all right? No, I don't know.
I really like animal statues. Have you guys seen the
What?
new
Which
gorilla?
animal statue do you like?
He likes the felines.
Show us.
I'll tell you one thing that I like.
I like dinosaur
Turn
statues.
this around. Look, hold on, if I can get this right. It's Let's see. Trying to
This
get
guy has
my.
a fucking dragon in his. Oh my
That's it.
god!
It looks like straight bone. That thing was it's just like a sick ass. It's like a quarter scale. It goes with everything quarter scale. You know, like you would think, how big would a dragon be amongst these things?
What was our topic last week, Michael?
Hoarding or so. What was it?
Oh,
That's his grail.
Hey, I love that thing, man.
Oh, I'm just messing with you.
he was talking all that shit.
I got PFs laid on other PFs. Look at this one. What is it? I don't know. Look, here's the undying carcass. I don't know if you can see it. Let me.
What?
Were you not just spewing all this shit about having everything organized and shit? You got rid of positive with
Can you
Phoenix.
see that? Hold on. I wish I could see what I'm looking.
That's gonna be in the next house.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. See, I had the dying carcass
Wait,
over
is
here.
this the Aries you're talking about with the paint job?
See, so I just put it in there. It's like the dead dude who chopped his head off. He's got him there, over there, and then we got this guy.
Don't do it.
His head's on the platter. I don't know. I wish I could see what I'm showing you guys. So it looks all
It's not, yeah, it's not that clear. Where are these gorillas? Where are these monkeys, Omar?
Yo, look.
I'm looking at one right now. His mask is his name.
I don't know, dude.
Look at this.
Oh shit! That
Oh my
looks just like Tim, bro.
This ugly monkey, bro.
Bro, I think it looks so nice. I think. Did you see the crocodile they made from this?
No, is this the same guys that made like the shark?
Yeah, the
Trying to
shark.
eat the
Yo, look
seal.
at this crocodile.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I think I might have a giant room in this next spot I'm going into. It's like 20 by 30 feet. If I could turn that into which I have good plans for, then I'll have, I'm going to build shelving all around it.
Nice.
Do some of these pieces justice.
Make sure you send us some pics, man.
Oh, yeah.
X-Men exclusives wants to know, Omar, what's your favorite animal statue?
That fucking
Mine is
I hear a joke in there somewhere.
Yo, you know what I was tempted to order? I'll show you right now. It's an animal statue, actually.
What is up with these animal statues, bro?
I just collect too many things. I can't get into animals. I like dinosaurs too. I'd like to have like a dinosaur collection, but
bro, you're a fucking animal yourself.
we're all
Be a collection, bro. You an animal.
Yo, I got a question for you guys. Someone left a comment on one of my videos, and they were referring to a statue as a her, like you do with cars. Does anybody do that?
No.
Man.
You can only refer to things as her if they're things that you ride. Think about it. Like, there's some stuff that you ride.
I understand completely.
Okay.
Yo, look, this is.
No, don't you call the statues by their name? If it's like a statue of Wolverine, you say Wolverine. Why would you say her?
I don't know, because it's like
unless you have a fetish.
I've learned a few things over the last month. It's like if you're with somebody that's not really into the kind of stuff that you're into, and they just keep digging at you and talking shit, and it's never gonna work, man.
Nah, bro. The first time she talked shit about your collection, you rock her right on the spot. Watch your mouth.
Fucking slapped my Batman PF, bro. She slapped my Batman PF, slapped his fucking head right off the damn thing.
And my wife, man, she likes my stuff.
Almost knocked into my Lobo PF. And this was just the beginning, It's like she just can't,
Dude, make sure when you leave, make sure you lock that door.
Oh, I always lock everything. I'm already knowing.
Lock it.
That's crazy, dude. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tim, does your wife still hack on you because of your statues?
No, she's actually supportive.
That's why he's holding off on that Batman diorama right now.
No. I'm holding off because there's no ES.
Oh yeah,
that's what we call it, bro.
She was always cool with the statue. It was good. And then I caught her cheating on me. So now it's just like I'm trying to get out of here, and then she's like using that as something she might fuck up. You know, it's always like a leverage kind of thing.
Was this
Yeah,
recent?
yeah.
So I'm trying to you know stay as peaceful as possible, so I don't get my shit destroyed. And then
Yeah, you better pack it up.
once I get all my shit out,
Oh my God.
then I can speak my mind more. You know.
You
But
better
until then, I'm gonna be cordial and
It
just.
took you like a month to pack all those.
Oh my God.
That's what I thought. I was like, man, I'm getting my shit, I'm getting out of here. And it's like 3 days, and then I'm like, fuck. It's been hours. I literally was up till 3:30 last night packing shit, and I had to be at work at freaking 7 o'clock in the morning. And the same thing is gonna be repeated for the next 2 days. But I'm out this weekend, and then beautiful life for me after that, and I'm done with it.
Just watch what you say, bro. Before she clear out one of your whole shelves. Wow.
But why am I there? But I didn't do shit, right? All I did was catch somebody doing something bad to me. So fuck it.
Yo,
But they'll still destroy your shit though because they hate themselves or whatever kind of person they become.
I had a friend in the statue community. His name was Andre Perez. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Like, he was outed as a scammer. But dude, this guy, well, I couldn't really defend him because he would not like tell anybody his situation. But dude, this guy, something happened with his wife, and his wife like lost control, and she smashed his whole collection. And yo, do you guys remember? Chris, you might have seen this. You know that room where it's like, it's literally like this, and then there's like silver mirroring right behind everything, and then it's a bunch of Iron Man statues, so many lights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
White LED lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was like, bro, that's the guy. Like, he had like nearly like 50, 100 statues.
Oh my
And
God.
he went to work, and then he came back, and then his wife smashed everything.
Jesus, see, that's why I'm trying to just play nice right now.
And he lost it, and then he couldn't deliver on anybody's like he would sell some stuff to buy some more stuff.
Yeah.
And he was always giving like good deals. Like, he was giving like he gave me like Deadpool exclusive for like $300.
Oh
Like,
shit.
Jeez.
so like he was giving deals, and people were buying from him, and he was fine. But then when she smashed everything, he couldn't pay up, and he used the money to move out, and then everybody like trashed him. And well, I mean, like, I don't blame them. They don't know the situation or anything, but yeah, like 100 statues, like completely smashed. Like, he sent me pictures, half scale Iron Mans, completely in pieces, Mark 6 War Machine, everything. It's crazy, like.
No, that's crazy.
And he would not tell anybody. He wouldn't even explain it to people. Like, I was like, dude, you have to tell people.
Nah, I'll be
Yeah,
honest
but-
with you, man. People in the community, yo, they don't want to hear none of that shit. Nobody cares about your personal problems. Everybody just, if they pay for a piece, they
Yeah,
want
they paid for something. That's money. That's
True.
business.
No, of course I
That's
get
just
it.
the way it is.
Like,
whether or not
I don't
he
blame
would have
him.
explained his life story, people would have been like, dude, I want my piece. They
See,
don't
like
care
right
about that
now,
shit.
last thing I'm gonna do is start selling people shit. That's the last thing I'm just concentrating getting all my shit out of here. Or me, maybe she sees a reason. I'm trying to be nice and be like, oh, it's okay, I'm moving on. But as soon as I get out this bitch, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking speak my mind and say, hey, you want to be shady ass? But really,
Send me
what do I even want to get into it for? There's no purpose.
How much
If
you want for
somebody
your
wants-
Lobo dog, Mike?
I'm not selling anything, man. I'm a collector. I keep everything.
Dude, this would be a great time to start culling, man, since you're boxing everything up.
Yeah, there's a few
Culling
pieces.
the herd.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm with you, man. Like, getting rid of stuff is tough, but man, sometimes you gotta let a piece go.
There's
here and
just
there.
so many other things I can get rid of. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I've got a big storage, and then I've got a new place I'm moving into. It's all good.
I feel like you gotta love every piece you have, man. Like, you gotta really love every piece. If you don't, it's
And
just
I
taking
do
up
pretty
space,
much,
man.
and that's the problem. It's like,
It's gotta mean something to you.
Yeah.
but shit goes down. I'd have to sell things, but I'm not in the position to where I have to sell things, so I'm good. But I just really just need to relocate myself and not be with somebody that wants to try to destroy me. You know, it's like because some people, you know, once they move on or whatever and they betray you, they just want to try to smash it in your face and try to kick you down as much as possible. And
try to make it your fault. That's what it is.
Oh yeah. Well, they feel bad about themselves, so they want to make. You know, I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm out, and it's a sour thing for me because there was children and animals involved. You know, I have 3 animals and 2 kids I've been raising for 4 years, and so it makes it hard that I have to leave everything. You know, it's easy for her, you know, go fuck some guy and then just continue on with your life and have your animals and your children. But then, you know, that's life. But I've gone through harder things in my life, man. I've lost both my parents over the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Not just trying to depress everybody in this statue talk. But I'm saying, but it's just like, you know, sometimes people just fucking turn on you. What can you do, man? You get your shit and you move on and have a good life. I'm not down with negative people. They're trying to destroy me and make me feel like shit. I'm a positive guy. I like to have fun and read comic books and enjoy life. And I'm never selfish to where I don't, you know, I always pay respect to what is due, you know? So,
yeah. Well, you guys, I think we should end it soon here. I want to give you guys time to do final thoughts or go ahead and plug what you got coming out if you got something coming out. Omar, I like your reviews that you do, but you don't do that many nowadays.
What reviews, bro?
What reviews are you talking about?
Oh,
well, I watched your Iron Man review.
Yo, I don't have time to like edit anymore. Like I honestly like I wish I could go back into it, dude. Like I really like doing them. But like I have nobody to talk to. I have nothing like, you know, like I could share with the statue community, but like I don't know, it kind of doesn't.
That's what it's all about, brother. It's all about us, man. We want to hear what you're saying. Fuck the mass. I mean, you're not going to become a, you know, big time celeb. One guy that I respect.
I'm not a celebrity, but it's just like you know, like if you watch my reviews, like you're talking like 12, 14, 15 hours. Like I put into that video.
Yeah.
Just editing, you know. So it's like hard, and I can't do just upload it online. You know, I have to do it like top quality. I'm just that kind of person, so I can't.
It's not bad, man. You're perfectionist.
That's a lot of respect, brother. That's respect that you put that much thought and effort into your videos.
It's just like with school and work and everything. It's impossible.
All right. So what do you got coming out next? What do you got on pre-order? Or anything? You got another Iron Man on the way? Yeah.
No, I have.
He's like body shots.
Do you guys watch Game of Thrones?
If he likes it, of course. If he likes it. What's up?
You guys watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones.
I just got Jon Snow's long claw, like his sword. And I got the original Damascus steel one from Village.
Oh, snap. Those are going up big time.
Bro, like that thing was going for like $2,000. Guess how much I got it for? Like it was just on eBay. Some guy posted it.
Yeah, no one.
$250.
Nice.
Holy, like it retail for $700. I was like, yo, buy it right now.
Yeah, the needle from the book. I was trying to get the needle, the original one, right after it sold out, and people were asking for like 3 or 4 times as much as it was going for. It's like, damn, that's crazy.
I just hope that he doesn't cancel my order or something. Like I'm so worried. Yeah, but that's what I
after a while when you start collecting so many things, man, I stopped even thinking about what I paid for things. It's like it's in my collection and that's all I care about. It's like, and I don't even pay attention to what it's going up. I mean, there's probably like half these pieces I haven't even looked at how much they're worth nowadays because there's certain pieces that I never want to get rid of. And I mean, of course, one day I might regret it that I didn't sell, you know, a lot of things, but it's just, I try to acquire these things. I acquired them and I just want to keep them in a collection because I'm a collector, you know.
Yeah,
and
same here, man.
I'm like that with cards, you know.
You definitely.
I'm like that with cards. When I wanted this card, it was like $2,000, and usually, dude, I wait for a steal. But I wanted it like this was the first time I ever wanted something so bad that I just went on eBay and clicked buy it now. Like this is how bad I wanted this card, and I'm like that with
Oh
cards.
man.
I
Yo,
really
is that
like
card made out of gold?
Yeah.
it.
Jesus.
It's
You see,
Oh,
don't do that, bro.
Some of those cards are
Yo, Chris got a stack of those. Trying to
I had a
unload.
Black Lotus from a Magic set, man.
yeah, Black Lotus is like 40
Oh
grand.
yeah. And I sold that. I had two of them. I sold one when I was a kid, and this guy bought my whole set off me, which today would be worth like $15,000. I sold it to him for like $400, and I was like, "Oh yeah, $400." I felt like I came up on it, man. All kinds of sick ass cars, man, like the OG. But what can you do? I was happy with what I got, and that's all you get.
40
time.
grand.
You can't predict the future or the
Exactly.
scarcity of an item. So if you could get rid of it at a certain price,
Yeah,
at a certain point, just get rid of it, man. If you're not
Exactly.
into it no more.
Chris, what do you got? Why don't you plug in your Instagram, bro? I like all the pictures you have. What's your Instagram name?
My Instagram is. Do you see my name on this shit? It's Gektex. GECK.
All
Yeah,
right.
TECHS. If I got anything coming in, nah, man, I'm just waiting for the paint jobs to get done.
Are you posting your paint jobs on your Instagram?
Just the Wolverine right now, man. It's really the only thing that's been painted.
That's sick, brother. I like it.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Not really a lot of pre-orders, man. Focusing all my money on like custom shit, custom artwork. So
Hey, you gonna get on that Akuma, Chris?
nah, man. You just gotta focus. I'm into Marvel, specifically X-Men, Spider-Man,
Well,
and
Marvel versus Street Fighter. You got it.
nah, man. My heart is not into Street Fighter. I'll bust your ass in the game, but
That's good, man. That's staying to your.
yeah, man. You gotta stay focused. And I don't got the money to be bouncing to DC, Street Fighter. You know what I mean? You gotta pick and choose.
If I look at the Akuma pictures one more time, I'm probably gonna buy one. Like no joke. Like that's just how nice it is.
No, it is. It's my that and my life size Akuma bust and third scale are my favorites.
Wow.
Nice. Well, to our newcomer, what do you got going on, man? Do you have a YouTube channel? What do you have? You have Instagram or something?
I'm just starting this up right now. Just got my Lazy Susan. So
Nice.
hopefully I'm gonna be doing some reviews, man. I got a lot of fan art that I want to show with the show off to the community. Do some reviews on it. I'm not gonna be editing, nothing like that. It's gonna be in the raw. Whatever comes out of my mouth, that's what's gonna be on video. You know what I mean?
Do you have any handles?
So it can't get crazy.
Nice.
I was looking for a cool name to put out there, but right now it's not your review because it's not yours, mine. So if you don't like it, you could, beep,
Nice.
beep,
There you go.
But what's coming in, man? I have supposedly within the next month or so, Fastball Special. I don't know if you ever heard of that fan art.
Yeah,
It's Colossus and Wolverine. So I got that coming in.
Oh yeah.
I got a whole mess of fan art coming in. I just got that.
Is that
Michael
1/4?
Turner Superman? Yeah, it's 1/4. So it's gonna be a behemoth.
Yeah.
I think.
You don't mind me asking? If you don't mind me asking, where are you located? Are you
Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
Yo, you
Oh,
going to New York Comic Con, dog?
Dude, I might.
Saturday, man. Hit me up.
That's where you going Saturday?
Yeah.
Is Carlito going or is he?
Yeah, he's going.
staying out? He's
Carlito's
too?
going. I'm going. My buddy Sonu's going. There's a bunch of people going, man.
Oh, I might hit you up if I can get it. If I get it on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Omar, dude, are you getting a headache because you don't got a ticket?
Nah, because I would go. I'm in Toronto, but I don't want to go just for one day. If someone can get like Saturday tickets, like I'll pay up and I'll come through. But I don't want to just come for Sunday.
Yeah, it's blown up, man. I think I went like in 2015. It was the last time I went there, but it's gotten a lot bigger than when I went that time and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna be doing some reviews, and as soon as the pieces come in, unbox them. No unboxing videos and like that, just straight up review. I'm gonna try to do a format if it works out. If it doesn't work out, it's not gonna work out. But I'm not an expert, man. I'm just gonna give you my opinion, what I think. I love the statue game, love the comic game. So That's how I'm gonna do it. Maybe a little bit of
Yo,
history about the character too. You know what I mean?
Nice.
can you like lower your shoulder real quick, or just move out the frame so we can see what's behind you? Because all I can see right now is okay. You got the whole setup, man.
Yeah, I got the Sinister Six going on back there. I got
Okay.
that what was that Iron Studios Spider Man?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I do
review
like
that,
that one.
man, because I love the concept. Pops out, but the QC suck balls. But
Jeez.
the engineering is really butt on that. But that's one of those statues I'm definitely gonna keep because when you put it together, everything just clicks on, and if you take it apart, it's gonna rip out because it's plastic pieces.
Yeah.
But and I'm probably gonna do the review right there where it's at because the tentacle arm, it's kind of like not firm, so the wall's kind of holding it, keeping it steady behind it. But
Okay.
dude,
Oh,
it is an
geez.
awesome piece, man. It's just bad engineering by Iron Studios.
Yeah.
They dropped the ball on that one. But yeah, that's what I got coming up. Actually, my first review is going to be the Michael Turner Superman. Just got that in. MCE did a bit like a little review on it, but I'm gonna go into detail because it is a good piece. And Tim, I think I showed you that Batman on Throne one time.
Yeah. I wanted
Yeah,
that
I'm
one.
gonna review that. Yo, that piece is outstanding, dude. It's more than what I had hoped for. And it's I think it was done with the help of Salt and Pepper, and I forgot the commissioner's name, but I'm gonna get all that info when I do the full review.
Yo,
Nice.
Salt
But
and Pepper
it's
has come a long way, man. I remember when I first got into the game, all the pieces look mad rough, but they
yeah,
releasing some good stuff now, man.
dude, the Batman on Throne is
Yeah.
special, man. It is heavy. Like I had to get my son to help me out
Nice.
to lift that box.
Every once in a while, I'll go on eBay and I try to look for it, and I can't find it. So
Dude, I'm gonna do a good review on that. It is worth its weight in gold. That's just my opinion. Anybody else could be like, oh, shit on it. But I think it's a
yeah.
really, really good piece of Batman. And it's the what was that? Tower of Babel, man. The story. If you read the story, you know what's up.
Nice. All right, man. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that then.
Yeah, I'll hit you up when
Um,
I do the review and send it to you guys.
cool. I got a bunch of stuff that I need to edit. I just haven't done it yet.
Yo, I
Like,
was telling you
Cool.
before the show started, do one of those nerd blogs about all that artwork behind you, man.
oh yeah. I should.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a meaning behind everything too.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I got dropped off.
It's all right.
So good.
I think we're gonna end it soon here, Mike. If you got anything else you want to say, what besides we all know what's going on.
Sorry, it's been like a nice counseling session. I always seem like a big drunk because I'm on the show, but I never drink unless I'm on the show. It's like my one release I have one time a week where I actually, drink some beer. I'm always sober, and it's like it likes to me. I don't mean to act like a jackass when I come on the show, but it's just like I'm around people that I don't normally associate myself with, to be honest. People that I wish that I could relate with more in everyday life. So it becomes, an outlet for me to, talk about things I would not normally get to talk about.
For sure,
Which
man.
I'm grateful for all you guys and for the show and for Lou and for Vic for starting this and for me to get a chance to, express myself and the art that I love. And it's just good times, man, just to have people that have a genuine appreciation for the same things that I have an appreciation for, which I don't think I would actually be able to find any other way. And that's why I was attracted to the show and enjoyed it in the first place. And God rest Vic and Lou's souls, great people. And it's just a beautiful life, man. I just want to continue on and just, collect and not let negative influences detract me from that,
Yep. It was nicely said, Mike. Thank you. But with that said, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this show. Everyone is welcome. If you guys want to come back again next week, everyone is all welcome. If anyone it's in the comments that wants to come on the show, send anyone here on the panel a message, and I'll send an invite. So
Yeah, I feel like all them cats, Terrell, statue collecting, X-Men, y'all gotta come at least once, man. Y'all always in the comments watching. Say what up.
yeah,
I was like that, man. I used
I
to
love
just
statue
watch the
collecting.
shows on when I was driving the car.
Yeah.
Statue collecting is one of my boys.
yeah, definitely. You guys send me. I mean, I guess I could try to send you guys an invite. I just need your Facebook name, and I can send you a message. But with that said, though, good night, you guys. Have a good weekend when it comes around. Peace.
All right, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Have a good weekend.
Good
Have
night,
a good weekend,
fellas.
guys. Good night, fellas. Thanks for the chat.
Peace.